des lames, vacarme, s'en va dans l'oubli éternam. Et Gustave, dom guardiam, dilim dididididam, lutes seradodidam, seram. Dim dim da 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 dim da 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 dim da di dam. Dim dim da 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 dim da 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 dim da di dam. Dans là-haut sera ravi, les toits à sur noir gris fera. Clair, obscur, trouble de rature, couvrera effet. Clair, obscur, bordé aux peintures, trouvera sans elle. Clair, obscur, trouble de rature, couvrera effet. Clair, obscur, bordé aux peintures, trouvera sans elle. Ô clair, obscur, trouble, rature, clair, obscur, guardé aux peintures. Clair, obscur, trouble de rature, courera effet. Clair, obscur, guardé aux peintures, trouvera sans elle. Clair, obscur, trouble de rature, trouvera effet. Clair, obscur, guardé aux peintures, trouvera sans elle.
Hello. And as every trip I take, I come home and something's broken. So one of my monitors is not working, so that's great. Hello. But funny thing is, I've had this one, the one that sits on the right, since like, I don't know, 2017. This shit is ancient. I've been needing to replace it, but I am frugal with my money. And every time I think about it, I'm like, well, it still works sometimes. So I haven't replaced it yet, so now I'm actually gonna replace it. But it's not here yet. But yeah, no, I don't know if anyone else has this. Anytime I leave my home, I come home, something's wrong. Like, I just feel it in the bones, and then it actually happens. Usually with my computer, but I guess my computer is my life. So, but yeah. The nice thing is, as you notice, the camera always shakes. That's partly because, like, it's not set up optimally. That's been like years. And again, it's one of those things where it's like, well, it works. I'm not going to fix it. So I'm actually, I'm going to get to fixing that. So that should mean another thing is improved here, which will be nice. But yeah, I'm home, and I miss not being here. It is too fucking hot in the Americas. Dude, where I was, it was nice and cold. I love the cold, brother. I love layers. I hate dressing down. I want to be wearing a coat at literally all times. Good thing nothing in this game will get you hyped enough for it to start shaking. I don't know. It can get me angry enough to start shaking. Start seething in anger. Do you believe that King K. Room will appear in the new Donkey Kong game? King K. Rule? I doubt it. I think that ship sailed. We don't even get the rare DK design anymore. Something tells me we're not getting the villain. This game should end soon, hopefully. We're right on the final stretch. I envy a lot. You're looking pretty like you. Thanks, brother. I appreciate the compliment. But I'm not happy. I'm not happy playing BBS. No. I just want it over, brother. Like I'm on like the finish line. I'm about to say, "See you later, alligator," to Birth by Sleep, and that aspect I could not be happier about. Let me tell you. Otherwise, not so much. But yeah, things are. If I just have like random bouts of silence, it's because I'm missing a screen and I have to move everything on my computer around right now. So that's annoying, as I keep saying. I forget how to open this game optimally. There's so much evidence. Have you been keeping up with all the DK news? No. I said this before, but well, I not only did I not get a Switch 2 pre-order, because like again, all the people who are like, Nintendo's done, this is gonna kill Nintendo, I'm not paying $800 for this or whatever, they all bought the fucking console before me, who was like, yeah, I still want one. So I have not been caring at all. Yeah, people are like, oh, it's gonna be the Wii U too, Nintendo's fucking done. And I said from the start, like, no, this shit's gonna print money. Like, and it is, it's printing money. It's not even out and it's printing money, brother. Get the Miyamoto gifts ready. It is this file. Yeah, no, it has to be this file, because 16 hours. 16 hours. Nintendo needs a second Wii U to be kicked down a peg. The thing is with consoles, and you see this a lot, not just with Nintendo, it's like a failure literally humbles them, right? Like, again, the PS4 was genuinely a very good console, right? But it was because the PS3 did not make many sales at 600 USDs. Towards the end of its life, it started recovering, but the PS4 was generally pretty good, pretty consumer-friendly. We had a lot of titles. And then PS5 was just fucking dog shit. That's usually what happens. Usually if a console does well, the following console is bad because, you know, they got too cocky. You could say that's probably happening with the Switch, but I feel like it's just greed. Like, everything I see from the Switch, I think the games look good and stuff. But then again, like, there's all the, like, the anti-consumer practices, right? You guys remember when, it had to be the Xbox One, right? Where it was, like, you had DRM, in the console naturally, like, you couldn't share games or whatever. Entire world made fun of Xbox for that. In fact, they bullied them to the point of removing the feature. Fucking PlayStation sent out an ad that was like, how to share your games on PlayStation, and it had one guy handing a physical copy to the other. But no one gives a shit when Nintendo does it, because Nintendo could do no wrong, ever. It's like, brother, I love Nintendo games, you know, I'm still a fan, but like, a lot of people treat Nintendo like they're, you know, like they're best buddy friends, you know? They do no wrong. They're the good guys. They care about you. They don't give a shit. Like when all this shit was going on with the Switch 2, you know, it's pricing, this and that. I saw a bunch of posts, specifically from one guy. I wish I could remember his name. I featured him in my last Sonic video because he is just like a coal mine, bad take machine. And he was like, wow, you know, all companies are evil, like, but, you know, at least Nintendo overcharges you $1 million for things instead of abusing its employees. Fuck the employees, bro. I care about the fucking product, the thing that I am getting. Send them into the coal mines, you know? Like, I don't give a shit. I'd rather have a good game. I'd rather have something that doesn't force me to take out a loan to play a fucking video game. And like, oh, they treat their employees better. No crunch. I hate the in general, I hate the coddling of the video game industry a lot. Anytime something goes bad with a game, you see people go like, well, the developers cared. They tried really hard. It's all the evil CEO's fault. A developer could never be at fault because, you know, they had passion. They cared about their game. They can't be evil. They can't be bad. They can't do a bad job. How dare you? They cared, you know, that kind of thing. And all this stuff that you see going on in the industry, like this coddling, it's part of the reason games are fucking bad. The only recent game I've played from like the Western industry that I've very much enjoyed, as in like non-Asian, is that Clair Obscur game that just came out. I've been loving that since release, and if you guys remember any of the previews, I'm like, oh shit, that looks really good. I love the French. The French make such good stuff. I'm never falling for this fucking propaganda that French are bad, because I love so much French content, whether it's animation or, you know, games and stuff. Like that Lies of P game was also French. But that was made by a small team, right? It was made by like 30 people who left Ubisoft because they fucking hated it there, and they were like, this shit sucks, it's boring, I want to make a fun game. They hired a guy from SoundCloud, and he did the music, and again, some of the best music I've heard in a video game in a long time. And same thing happened with Palworld. Palworld's another success, more of an indie title, right? Those are just a couple of guys made a passion project where it was just like, we like all these things, we're putting it together. They hired the composer, I believe, also for that game. They found him at a 7-Eleven. Like, that's just how games used to be made, right? Like, it used to just be like these little groups together, coming together without all this overhead of like, you know, 1,000 people working on it, identity consultants, all this shit. That kind of thing. They should have Palworld update the game to comply with Nintendo. Yeah, I mean, Nintendo, well, no, see, Nintendo cares. Nintendo's an innocent company. They're just defending themselves from the thieves of Palworld, taking the innovative design of creature collecting that has existed for nigh a century. But yeah, no, it's no surprise. Nintendo has deep pockets. They're obviously in the wrong, but money makes the world go around. How do I feel about the new Pope? He sucks. It's an American liberal. I think that there were like a lot of bad choices for who was going to be the new Pope. I think we got one of the worst ones. But sometimes you just get a bad Pope. Yeah, I was gonna say, honestly, the reason I stopped talking is because I was trying to think. I think Dragon Quest also did creature collecting before Pokemon. And honestly, there's some similar design stuff that you could see that Nintendo clearly, or Game Freak, I guess, took inspiration from. But yeah, Shin Megami Tensei might have too. I don't recall the exact years, but I feel like that was just a thing. Like, this is a thing that's existed for forever, you know? Employees need to be treated worse, actually. I want longer, more expensive games by people who are paid less. To be honest. Okay, Shin Megami Tensei was the OG Monster Collector. Good thing. Yeah, I was like one of these things, dude. I'm always careful. If I get a date wrong, if I'm like, oh, did this come out before this? And I say it with any sort of like, I believe this, I'll get some fucking comment to be like, actually. And I get it. I have autism too. But that's why I watch my back. Dude, have you guys seen... Have you seen Billy Mitchell's Supreme posting that's been going on lately? Ever since he owned Carl Jobs or whatever in that case. It's actually been hilarious. It's actually really good marketing. It made me buy habanero hot sauce from him. I need that Billy sauce, bro. I too want to be a winner. Man, I forgot how annoying it is to share images. I log on to x.com, I see a Billy Mitchell tweet, click like, close the platform. The article's about Expedition 33, a crazy, thinly veiled racism. It's because game journals hate the Japanese. It's so funny seeing people be like, oh, finally a JRPG. It's not a JRPG, it's not made in Japan. That isn't catering to like high school, this and that, just like naming stuff about Persona. Finally one that takes itself seriously. And you can tell these people either don't play the game because they're game journalists, or I don't know, just have their brains off because they're game journalists. Because Claire Obscura has so much love for like JRPGs in general. And it gets goofy at times. Like, yes, it's a very serious game, but there's like an entire village of like these weird mascot creatures that are kind of like a JRPG staple. You know, Final Fantasy has its Moogles, Tales of has its turtles. You know, just this like goofy race of characters that just exist in the world, like every JRPG. Like that's an example of like, yeah, Claire Obscura loves JRPGs. Thank you for the 5. Iron Pluka.
At my gym, it was like a big foot.
Dude, really? Dude, that's so cool. You gotta shake that man's hand. The Billy Mitchell stuff is so fucking funny. Just because of like, I've never seen someone grasp a loss out of the, like, from the jaws of victory so thoroughly as Carl Jobs, right? Like, again, he gaslit everyone into believing his fucking case was against the cheating, but it was about him making a misguided, like, attribution to someone else's suicide to Billy. That he made. I fucking, the thing that blows my mind every time I hear about it is how his defense is, well, I clarified I might have been wrong in a video I've released months later. But it was like at the end of the Dark Souls video. Like, who gives a shit? Like, you clear. He is a cheater, though. I'll be honest, I don't really give a shit. Someone cheated in Donkey Kong like 80 years ago. This shit's just very funny to me. He was going in the locker room and I went out, and I should have asked him to jork it one time, though. You should have, man. You should have had that bonding experience in your repertoire for the rest of ever. He's a beater. Alright. Well, this is... Alright, we're gonna keep talking, but, I need to move forward. So, any Birth by Sleep scholars, feel free to correct me and tell me what I need to do here. I believe... I need medals, right? I need to beat all of these challenges, and get all the medals. So, we did the most boring shit last stream. We got through all these command boards. We played Monopoly for like 5 hours of my life that I can never get back. Which is mandatory, by the way. You want to play the super bosses, you have to go through tedious fucking bullshit of playing Monopoly. Isn't Osaka great? Can't they make a great Kingdom Hearts game, guys? Isn't this what you want from the series? Never gets better. Yeah, you fucking chat tried to gaslight me into playing the big boards. I felt like I was in Castle Oblivion, dude. These all say new. Did I not do any of these? It's been over a month. Is there no way for me to tell if I did the? I'm guessing I didn't because it says new, right? So there ain't no way I did them. Right? I'm not crazy. Can we play KH2 again? I fucking wish. Randomizer stuff got updated, so I probably should. Game records, arena missions. Yeah, that's where I just was. I didn't see anything, so I'm gonna guess I didn't do shit. Day of... Yeah, see, I didn't do... But I have medals. Okay, maybe... Alright, maybe I just played... Maybe it's just from the boards. We're just gonna... We're gonna go through the list. Oh, dude, you know what I'm thinking of? I did this with Terra. I had to do this for Terra to get, one of his, Ansem reports. That's what I'm thinking of. Also, tell me if the volume's good. It should be fine. But it sounds weirdly loud for me, but I'm pretty sure it's not actually true. Good? Okay. I believe you, JPT. Have you seen Backseat Sakurai's Smash roster video? I don't think so. It's so bad, man. The dash from the boomer list. Oh, does he just have like Scrimbo Blimbos galore? Yeah. Dude, what if Gino, guys? The kids love Gino. The kids of the 1990s. You tell me a funny moment from my childhood. Oh, I've definitely told stories, but I'm not good at being put on the spot. Also told Bill Smoke. Oh, here's a classic story. The first time, as a young boy playing Pokemon Emerald or Ruby, one of those, I saw my first ever shiny. It was a shiny Zubat. It was green. And my immediate thought was, why are you different? You don't look like a normal Zubat. I need to kill you. And I killed him. That was my first shiny. Why are you different? I said. I don't like it. Why are you green? Yo, thank you for the 29 months, Steiner. What's next after BBS playing the flip?
What's next after the BBS playing?
Unfortunately, more Kingdom Hearts as the marathon entails. But there might be a break. I don't know. I need to do something else between these.
Nice.
And thank you for the 30 month.
How are you today, Dimitri?
You know, I was doing pretty okay until I started Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. As we've alluded to. But I'm alright. The main thing that sucks about coming home is the weather. I don't like the heat. I talk about it all the time. I can't handle heat. I like the cold. Bro was racist since day one. Some people learn it by watching KO, and I was born this way. You can't just say Zubat's fun to Dimitri. Green's an ugly shiny, to be honest. Like, maybe if he was a cooler color, right? Like, I don't know. What's like a good shiny? Like, if I saw a shiny Umbreon, which can't exist in the wild, but you know, you understand the theory here. I'd be like, whoa, that's awesome. I'm way over leveled for everything, so my gameplay, okay. It's mostly going to consist of mashing until I get to actual stuff. My first video game crush, I'm pretty sure that was Amy Rose. Non-shockingly. My first crush ever was Ariel from Little Mermaid. Dude, I was a monster fucker day one. I wanted to know what that was like. My first video game, I'm pretty sure, was Amy. Not Kyrie? I played Sonic way before I played Kingdom Hearts. I watched Disney movies way before Kingdom Hearts as well. That's an Aqua moment. I'll get my ass beat and I still won. Classic. Is Sonic a Topa, Dimitri? Because for some reason that blue rat just makes people crazy regardless if they like him or not. I think it is unfortunate for Sonic that he has a lot of traits that are attracted to by severe autism. Autism's really like the color blue, I've noticed, and animals, which is why a lot of them become furries. And obviously Sonic gameplay kind of leans itself to the autism as well, because it's like, you know, quick reaction, memorization. Is it Disney teaming up with the Arabs now? Bro, I don't know. I don't pay attention to anything Disney, really. Though, on that note, I did watch Thunderbolts the other day because I just came home. My mom called me up and asked if I wanted to do anything. She likes going to the movies. I like going to the movies. We went to see Thunderbolts. It was okay. I actually, you know, it's probably partially because the bar for Marvel is like 6 feet under. But I enjoyed it enough. I thought it was the best thing other than Deadpool 3 that Marvel, well, that and Guardians 3, I guess, that Marvel's put out since the end of Endgame. Can I spoil something? Close your ears. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taskmaster walks onto the screen, immediately gets shot in the face and killed, and I was dying laughing. Thank God. What an awful fucking character, bro. Rare good MCU movie. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's not great, but it was I had a decent time. I probably wouldn't have seen it if it wasn't like my mom wanting to go though. I don't even know who that is. Taskmaster is a cool character who never gets adapted properly in anything Marvel. And because the timing of like when they were introduced into the MCU, when it was super female driven, they made Taskmaster into a woman. Just completely butchered the character. Dog shit. Favorite Studio Ghibli movie? I like My Neighbor Totoro. I feel like it's a weird choice, maybe. I always see people say it's boring, or I never hear people mention it. But I just really like the designs, the characters in that. I'm not a huge Ghiblier though, if I'm honest. Like, I feel like I've liked every Ghibli movie I've ever seen, but like, I'm not like, oh yeah, I love Studio Ghibli movies, bro. I watched Kiki's Delivery Service at chat user Jackery Cough's house once and I fell asleep. There's another fun childhood story. What's wrong with you? I was tired. Just passed out. His mom found me on the couch. Yeah, I hadn't slept in days. Ever watched Gurren Lagann movies? Those are absolute bangers. I mean, I love Gurren Lagann. I don't... Did I watch the movies? Weren't like most of them retellings and then kind of remixed it? I think I did. And I think they're good, but I think I just prefer the series overall. It's been a while, so excuse my lack of knowledge. But I was pretty sure, because a lot of anime movies are like that. They're like they're either complete retellings or like remixes of the series. I gotta watch Gurren Lagann. You should. I'm not looking forward to Panty and Stocking being raped. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say. Not looking forward to season 2. That shit's gonna be bad. We all know it. I know it. They're a condensed version, but still good in its own right. The season gives you more insight to the characters. Yeah, like I was saying, I remember enjoying them. But I think they don't occupy a huge space in my mind because of the original series. My favorite anime movie is The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya. I watch it every year for Christmas. It's like a little tradition. Haruhi was one of my first animes. Well, I should say it's one of my first animes that I recognized was an anime, right? Because it's like as a kid you watch Pokemon, or like, I don't know, something on Toonami, depending on your age group. But it's like, yeah, as a kid you're like, ah, Pokemon, that's like just a cartoon, you know? But my very funny enough, my very first anime that I knew was anime was like Fruits Basket. I really love shoujo. Can you tell? Look at me. It's like one of my, or it was one of my favorite genres. I don't really read or watch much shoujo now. But pretty much everything I watched when I was younger was. Reed Oren. I would probably like it, but I'm gonna say no. I'm not gonna do that. I didn't watch the new Fruits Basket. I've had it download on my computer since like 2020, so 5 years. It's probably bad. I assume everything that is, dude. So I just said, sorry. I promise this will make sense. As I just said, I went to the movies the other day, and I come in here like every week or whatever, and we talk, and I say movies are bad, games are bad now, and that's the thing I believe and have seen proof of time and time again. But I have never felt it more in the moments of watching the previews before the fucking Thunderbolts. Because every preview was like of a sequel or a remake to a series that has existed longer than me, right? Like there was a new Jurassic Park movie, a new Karate Kid. There was a new Tron where it's pixels and the Tron stuff is in the real world. There was just like constant string of like, wow, this is creatively bankrupt, dude. It hit so fucking hard for me the other day that things are just bad. I heard Fruit Basket was amazing. Well, that's good to hear. It's not unheard of. I always bring up how much I loved the Invader Zim movie when that came out. I think around 2019 too, maybe 2018. But Dimitri, the originals were racist and bad. We need to remake them. Yeah, we need to make them gayer and browner. Sign equality. I like Lovely Complex. I use Lovely Complex in a lot of my videos for B footage. Oh, when it's applicable, of course. Do we have any Nikiers in the chat right now? I've been seeing a lot of drama going on. I've been feeling a bit of a brothership on X.com. On and off. Apparently, because your new events, there are two, what are they called? Dolls for you guys? Whatever your females are called. That might be Arknights, I don't know. Whatever the girls are called. I guess two girls interacted and like smiled at each other. So the Yuri Tards are in full force right now from what I've seen. Trying to claim your series as a progressive slant. But I've been seeing a lot of pushback, rightfully so. But I look at you Nikiers and I'm like, wow, you guys aren't so different, you and I.
Jumping out every other episode is really funny. Also, you excited for new evil heroes in Master Duo?
Thank you for the 30 months, Kyoima. Crunchyroll getting uncensored Tagami, San, and wimping out. Oh, dude, that's like what happened with interspecies reviewers, bro. That's how little the people. Also, hello, Arlash. And the people in control of places like Crunchyroll and stuff. Yeah, I'm back home. Actually know about anything, right? Again, this happened with interspecies reviewers. They bought the license, they started production, and then in episode 3, they were like, wait, this is an ecchi series? There are boobs in this? And they stopped it. And I'm guessing that's what happened with this show, which I haven't heard of. But that's funny that it happened twice. I don't have a hero deck in Master Duel. Maybe I should. Maybe this is my chance to get on that glorious GX era of content. I haven't played Master Duel in a while. I kind of just log in, maybe do a daily or two, and then shut it down. I think I've been like silver ranked for the past 3 seasons. But what's also been really crazy about Crunchyroll, and I'll go back to the Arknight stuff in a second, or not Arknight, Miki. I don't know if you saw, but Trump announced like a new tariff thing on like film and animation outside of America or whatever. And it has been a clear display of how little the people that hate the Chuds understand the Chuds. Because they were like, see guys, looks like you're not getting any more like Americanized anime shit, right? Crunchyroll's going to die. I bet you're real upset about that. And it's like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Like anime having less incentive to consider like America or generally Western audience. That's what I've wanted all along, bro. You're telling me the localizers might go out of business? Please. Yes, thank you, Trump. My president. Like, this is what I voted for. Obviously, I don't actually think any of this shit's gonna happen, so to be clear. But just that they think it's like some epic own that people would be upset about, the chuds would be upset about that, is fucking insane. That's literally some of the best news I've ever heard. Like, if it were to be true. Actually insane. It was a cute gesture, they're so ignorant, yeah. To go back to Crunchyroll, they initially put up the uncensored episodes for Takamaro-san, but went back and changed them to the censored version like a week after, I think. Wow, that's just dirty. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. People who, like, are actually in anime fucking hate Crunchyroll, right? There has literally been nothing good CR has ever done for the anime as a medium, as a community, anything. It has been a poison. It has brought the worst dredges that we want out into here. And again, like, anytime they have influence on anything, it is to the detriment. Like, the idea that it would ever be bad that Japan and anime production as a whole has less incentive to do things for America or anywhere else is bad is just absurd, right? I don't need to explain this to any of you, I'm sure. I don't want writers and studios to cater to the audience political beliefs. I want to see a story and I'll decide like it or not. Exactly. Gwen Fox, dude, thank you. Holy shit.
Back. Hope you had a nice trip.
I did. Thank you for the 50. I had a great time. I am happy to be back in the comfort zone a little bit, you know, because we haven't really figured out the situation streaming there fully. But you know, I had a good time. Thank you for asking. Thank you for saying that, and thank you for the donation. How do I become a Wind Waker character? I don't know. Ask Miyamoto. Maybe cover yourself in paint. Go for that cell shaded look. What do you think of the new Pope, Dimitri? He sucks, as I said. He's an American liberal. There were a lot of bad, like, oh god, this fucking song. There were a lot of bad choices up for being Pope, but I think this is probably one of the worst. I'll be honest. But I guess sometimes you just get a bad Pope. Bad Pope. There were some good ones, mind you. Like, even that one black guy seemed pretty cool. In terms of beliefs and stances. I don't know if that'd be my pick though, probably not. But, as I said, this is probably one of the worst that we could have had. Random question, how do you make the chat transparent show profile pics as a combination of links to YouTube chat and chroma key? No chroma key, actually. It is just using the YouTube chat, and then there's like a CSS code. I forget what you have to look up. YouTube chat, CSS code. Yeah, honestly, I think it's this. I don't know. I'm gonna post it in chat. But yeah, you have to add it as a web browser source. Yeah, I think that I'm not positive this is it, but I'm pretty sure it is. Isn't this music a banger, guys? Did you hear the Aussies and Lee's flipped their vote because of Trump drain syndrome? Yeah, well, I didn't know about the Aussie thing. I saw it for Canada. My experience with Canada is their entire personality is we are not America, and they will destroy their country to prove that point. Which is a shame for like your normal person there who is not completely brainstorms. But that's what I've seen so far. Suicide, murder, don't you forget. Yeah, no, you have legal or assisted suicide there too. Canada just seems like an awful, awful place, dude. Not a fan. There's a lot of good that has resulted in current regime, or how do I say this? Not direct resulted, but yeah, I'm struggling to think of the word, but you look at some countries and like they clearly were positively affected by what happened here, and then you see some negatives. But I don't know. It's been nice feeling better about where I primarily live currently. I remember, Dimitri, never take your political opposition seriously. When they aren't diddling kids, they're washing their chicken with soap and throwing tax dollars at gay sex in Uganda. Yeah, no, X.com has been a pretty eye-opening experience for the world. I kind of talk about this periodically, but I think if you look at a lot of my older videos where I talk about stuff, I try to be the kind of base centrist critical understander. We can all hold hands and work it out together, right? I always try to give people their fair shake, for sure. And I was like, we could always reach a compromise, that kind of idealist thing. But I was young and stupid. And what I learned as the years went by is that pretty much just gets taken advantage of, right? When I was some of my most understanding is when I've gotten the most accusations of like, you're a transphobe, you're internet racist, a Nazi, any of the things that go off. And I think for a lot of people, you just get to the point of you get accused so much that you're just like, well, yeah, because you just stop caring what these people say. You stop taking them seriously, you know? Because it's fairly obvious all that stuff is thrown around as like a tool, a weapon. And that's something you actually need to try to justify yourself against. Dimitri, the most recent Shoe on Head video actually talked about what you did. And your video about American localization, the one with the Pokemon thumbnail. Oh, that's cool. I haven't watched a Shoe on Head video in a long time. Do you mean it talked about my video, or do you mean it kind of covered that same topic? Because both of those are cool, theoretically. I do feel like I kind of, like things I talk about in my video seem to be getting more traction in general, whether it is directly, because, you know, I see people reference my videos, or just the actual ideas contained within them go further, which, you know, I appreciate, because at the end of the day, that's really what I want. I don't care if things directly come from me. I kind of just want these things I believe in to be understood and, you know, taken in. It's about USA. Oh, okay, the stuff I talked about with USA and how we are literally funding gay propaganda in other countries. Did you see that the Pibby creator got medicated and went to therapy after his show got rejected? That's hilarious. Dude, that seems really on brand for... You know what's really a shame? I talk about how things suck for me, right? Goodbye, Goth. Thanks for stopping by. Because obviously, at the end of the day, I care mostly about like the stuff I'm interested in. But I feel bad for the kids, right? I feel like you go look at the cinema. There's nothing out for children, except for the Minecraft movie. There's nothing on TV. Cartoons are made by stunted 30-year-olds for stunted 30-year-olds, right? They're not actually made for children most of the time. And you like feel bad because I don't know, the kids don't get anything cool. Yeah, I mean, the Sonic movies definitely are kids' movies that kids can enjoy. It happens every once in a while. You know, like, again, the Mario movie is for kids. But, like, so much of cinema, well, what should be kids' entertainment, is actually made for stunted adults. Like those Spider-Verse movies, right? I think it's a perfect example. Saber Spark. Didn't he rape someone? Shocker. Is that like a requirement to be on like kids film YouTube or whatever they fucking call it? You have to commit like a sexual crime, so there's like blackmail in the back burner to keep you online. I feel like that might be the case. I feel like there might be like a mob thing going on. But you can't joke about that at anyone, huh? P. Diddy Epstein. Oh, I mean, I fucking hate that shit. So what Chat User Trokes for the Mode is talking about, if you make an offensive joke that has to do with like sexual harassment or like you say something, you know, like how I just technically made a rape joke or whatever. They'll be like, you can't do that, that's offensive, this and that, you know, like how dare you? But these same people constantly like invoke Epstein, who like had like actual, you know, victims and whatnot, or they'll talk about P. Diddy and whatnot. Which kind of brings us back to earlier. I mean, these people, again, are just invoking these stances, taking a moral high ground to shut you up, not because they actually believe that. Diddy got blood comedy, no cap, yeah. I hope, Dimitri, how have you been doing? Good. Just been playing Potion Permit. I think you would like it. Thank you, Drax. I feel like I would like it just based on that name. It's just a feeling. It's the vibe I'm getting. I'll look it up. Hopefully I remember it. Yeah, I see that all the time. I saw a post the other day. It was from a Dragon Ball profile picture that was like, Etika would never agree with you lolly guys. Why he would think you were disgusting. And then someone posted a screenshot of him being like, it's just a cartoon character, etc. Again, schizophrenia is a mental illness. If you think fictional things are real, that is, medically speaking, an illness, right? That's not normal. That's not how normal people act. And these people always invoke normal people, right? Why can't you be normal? They'll say. Or they'll try to say, like, normies would hate you or whatever. But, like, your average normie is watching, like, I don't know, Euphoria. Game of Thrones was really big when it was airing. Like, all these fucked up shows that have, like, incest or fucked up themes or teenagers doing the sex. Like, and with real actors, too. Like, people understand that, like, what fiction is. Last of Us, yeah. Sucks that Cyberspark allegations aren't going to be taken seriously because some retard wrote the expose video. Oh yeah, they did it as like a self-jerk off to be like, see, I'm so much better than Cyberspark. Here's the thing though, I don't think it actually changes anything. I've seen this time and time again. These allegations that are against Cyberspark, like, because he like took advantage of someone or whatever, sexually, I don't know the story, I don't care. I've seen this time and time again. If Cyberspark had the chud opinions, if he was like a bad person by their standards, then they would be taken seriously no matter any other thing, no matter how believable they are, no matter who put them out, no matter the manner and how they got out, etc. He'd be taken down. But you have to understand, because Cyberspark is, you know, a wholesome chungy 5000, nothing was ever gonna happen. Ever. Like, I'll be honest. Also, thank you, Yoro. With the bluey plushie. It is super fucking weird to me, cartoon YouTubers' obsession with a literal toddler show. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think there's anything wrong with liking the media that is made for the children, but like, I feel like there's something a little weird with you, again, if you're like an adult and you're like obsessed with Blue's Clues and like ship characters from these shows, and it's just like, I don't know. Something's very odd about it. I feel like there's some mentally stunted thing going on. My Little Pony for this generation. I feel like My Little Pony wasn't made for literal toddlers. It was made for like it was a girl show, wasn't it? It was like a, you know, for like your little sister, not like a 3-year-old. I don't know. The Bluey stuff's been weirder to me than any of that, personally. I'm sure there's a more nuanced way to explain why I feel this way, but I'm struggling a bit.
Except whoever made BBS, and maybe Twitter for watching American Document Way.
Thank you for the 30 months, me too. I appreciate it. Okay, I fucking hate this guy. Dude, can you get out of this corner, please? See, boss design in BBS is just like constant iframes for the boss. Again, this game is about tedium first and foremost. That was Osaka's big contribution to the series.
Take that.
There's a big difference between adult fans of stuff like Adventure Time and adult fans of stuff like Bluey. Yeah, exactly. I feel like, because I think when you're with Adventure Time and stuff, there's like actual substance, and I can understand. But again, it's literally for drooling 3-year-old entertainment. And it's like one thing if you're a dad, you know, right? And like, you just put it on Bluey for the kid, and you're like, this show keeps me entertained. It's like nice enough. It's not the worst fucking thing in the world to put on, because I'm sure there's a lot of shit 3-year-old entertainment out there. But again, these people are all fatherless, or excuse me, they're all childless, like 40-year-olds obsessed with Bluey, and it's just a very baffling thing to me. To make your personality. Every single time someone says they don't like anime fan service, who finds something fucked up in their Twitter likes. Or in Saber Spark's case, they raped a girl. Yeah. Pretty big range there, honestly. Remember the time like EDP like counter signal volley and then, you know, tried to like do things to like I don't know, like a 12-year-old girl or something? I don't know the story. But many such cases, I guess, is my point here. And I mean, it goes beyond that. I just feel it's kind of the classic like male feminist thing of like, you know, a wolf in sheep's clothing, right? Because it goes beyond these situations. It's just like someone who has something to hide is always going to, you know, try to put themselves in the position of someone who is squeaky clean and whatnot. That's where I'm good. You guys know I'm fucked up. You know my specific brand. You will never be surprised by anything you hear about me. Tectone defended his sex pest father. Oh shit. I don't really know what's going on with that whole situation. I know that Tectone was saying that he was quitting Twitch if they don't ban Hassan for his terrorist stuff, which I appreciate that even like the dredges of society really hate Hassan at this point, because I legitimately think this guy's evil. But I don't know, I guess more stuff happened there. I don't know. Again, I'm never gonna be fully knowledgeable in these situations because I don't really care about e-celeb type stuff. I of course find it interesting when it deals directly with stuff I'm interested in, right? I mean, that's why the Saber Sparks thing, like, someone interests me, because it's like, you know, he's kind of the type of person who has countered signal anime stuff. It's weird and creepy and that kind of thing. So seeing him, you know, get all this sex pest allegation stuff is like, I find that amusing. But I don't really care about any of these people beyond like that kind of area, I guess. And I mean, kind of to that. I bet if I looked into the Saber Spark stuff, I bet it's nothing. I genuinely believe that. I doubt he did anything that's like actually terrible, right? Because always what happens in these situations, it's like the zero accountability thing, right? Like, I don't know, he was socially awkward, right? And like, I don't know, slept with someone and kind of just didn't care about them. Like, it was just sleeping. It's just something that happens, right? I doubt he actually like I see him and there's no way that guy is capable of actually hurting someone, right? He looks like a fucking weepy loser. So I bet it's fucking nothing, but it's like, that's what these people get. You know, they're eating their own all the time. That's where most allegations end up being, and that's why I end up not caring about them. Like, I've learned by now that they're pretty much nothing almost every time. There's usually a second motive behind it. Oh, this is a fun one. I hurt. What do I even do? Like, okay, do I just wait? Like, see what I mean? Like, I know I'm not playing like the best right now or anything. Like, I'm half paying attention because of chat, but like, does this look fun mechanically? Like, there's so much waiting that you can't really do anything. It's not like fun bosses ask you to go back and forth, you know? I just can't do anything right now. It's Simon Says. Simon Says could be fun if there's a specific combatable answer, right? Like, the enemy does something and this is how you deal with it. I don't mind that. But again, BBS bosses are like, yo, you like iframes?
Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that!
They're making KH4, by the way. They announced KH4 like a week after KH3 was done. I have hope that it'll be better than 3. Oh, I guess you're talking about Team Osaka. Yeah, I mean, Team Osaka's been the KH guys, and things haven't exactly gotten better. Like, the core things I don't like about this game still exist in every game going forward. And I guess maybe saying things haven't gotten better isn't fair, because in some ways they have, but it ain't no KH2, right? The same problems are still here, just sometimes to a lesser extent. How do I feel about Gura's graduation? I don't care about VTubers, man. I've never, I mean, I guess I have watched one on occasion, but it's not something I'm into. I have no thoughts. Head empty. But I feel like they're just gonna start streaming as their own persona, right? As like a indie VTuber or whatever. I don't think anything really changes for anyone. It's like, to me, it basically looks like, oh, this show ended, and the actress is now doing a different show, right? Like, they're not going anywhere. How long until you become a VTuber? I hope I don't do that. I guess I wouldn't mind having a model just for, like, I don't know, when I don't want to get ready for stream, but I like being on stream. I like this process that's going on right here, right? I don't know, like, maybe having something like that would have been nice for when I was away, because then, you know, I wouldn't have had to get, like, a full proper stream setup going. We'll get so many more viewers, Dimitri. I don't think I would want what would come with that. I'll be honest. I don't know, I mean, that's kind of the same thing, isn't it? A rant Sona with crossed arms? I got one of those. It was on like 2 videos ago. I made a Stone Toss character of myself. Or I guess Stone Toss inspired. Because it wasn't a little flork. Each will get a V3 when he gets 30 plus. I think it is more likely as I get older and I don't want to be on stream all the time. I could see myself putting like some mascotty thing, but again, it's not something I really want. Like, I don't know, I mean, I like this experience of streaming. It's why I got into streaming. I don't know, I'd be taking away from what I enjoy, and I'll be honest, care more about that. What's my next video? When it's done! 170 pages, and still not finished. I'm really looking forward to releasing my next video though. I've never worked so long on something. I think I talked about this before, that like sometimes it's like hard to work on it. Cause like with videos, usually it takes like anywhere between like 1 to 4 months, depending on how long the topic, research, recording, etc. But this video I've technically been making for like a year, and that's never happened before. Because I've never made something that's like 6-7 hours long, obviously. And I've never done a VN. VNs are fucking long. Dude, one volume of Blue Archive is 10 hours, man. Like, and that's not like 10 hours that has gameplay. That's 10 hours of text. Just endless streams of text. There's so much to cover. And then that doesn't include actual character stuff. That's just the core main narrative of the volume. But yeah, no, the video definitely is not going to be finished until Blue Archive Steam comes out, because I want that high quality recording for my videos. I mean, like if it gets delayed an absurd amount, then yeah, I guess I'll go for it without doing that, because that's not what I've been doing up to this point. But that should be indicative of around when it's going to start coming out. Not many streamers can flex the ears though. Yeah, right. Elves, oh god. Elves are a dying race, sadly. Not many of us left. Yo, can I move? Oh my fuck, dude. Dude, what fun enemy design. I'm so glad they added statuses in this game. This is what Kingdom Hearts needed. Me having to stare at my character for 10 seconds straight. So happy I can finally play the global version of Sonic Rumble. Yeah, good luck with that, buddy. I've never seen a release more fumbled than Sonic Rumble. It is actually insane. Just so Americans know, the current pass is Sonic and the Black Knight theme. So you get like, you know, Gawain and all the other characters that were in Sonic and Black Knight. And Knight Sonic, of course. But you don't get to do that because Americans don't get to play it until the Steam release comes out for some fucking reason, which got delayed again. Which is fucking stupid. The game is functioning. I play it. I play it all the time. It works fine. Just fucking release it to America. But for some reason, they don't want to officially announce for America until Steam's out. Even though the game's effectively done. It's actually insane. It's modern gaming, nothing ever works. That's the fucked up thing. It works. Again, it is fully functioning. I rarely ever have any problems. Just release it for mobile in the US and just have the Steam release in general take place later. Like, I just don't understand what they're thinking. People were like, oh my god, Sonic Runners is back, guys, when this shit came out. Because it's taking so much from Runners in terms of, like, costume design and, like, how they're pushing it as a platform. But little did everyone know, its true synergy with Sonic Rumble is the fact that, with Sonic Runners, is that Sonic Runners was released for an entire year before America got it in every other territory, and America missed like a bunch of collabs and content that they never got, and that's happening all over again. It's so fucking stupid. I'm LARPing as a Canadian to play this game. You know how much that sucks? To LARP as a Canadian? Eh? I'm suffering maybe even more than you guys, if I'm honest. I know you dislike and do not trust female VTubers, but what do you think about the male ones? There are quite a lot of those on our side of Twitter, like Shitpost Rock and Jonathan Guy. I think in a lot of cases they're worse. People do this all the time. That's like a Leblos comment. I'll be like, man, I hate prostitutes. And then Leblos will show up, chat user Leblos will be like, what if they're male? That doesn't change anything. Like, my problem, or my disinterest in VTubers isn't because they're women, right? That's not, I just don't care for VTubers. It doesn't change if you put a male PNG on top of it. I've seen more bad male ones. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of female VTubers just make funny noises. They have, okay, making funny noises. That's fine. But when I see male VTubers, it's like fucking the Dragon Ball Bridge guys, right? No, thank you.
Take that. Heal.
I've not seen a good male VTuber in my life. What are you saying, dude? Guys, I really like women. Being a woman is a plus for me liking something, right? Big fan of women. Just usually don't like the ones on the internet, I'll be honest. But yeah, it's more that I just don't really care for like the concept. I guess you're saying the not trusting thing because like every time, you know, there are VTubers that like people come in here and be like, yo, this girl is based, right guys? And then like I'll go to like their Twitter page and they're like spouting like typical like lib opinions or something. Like something that I'm just like, oh yeah, okay. Very based. But that has nothing to do with them being a VTuber. Like, those are two different things. Like I don't know, there was that bunny, the 4chan bunny girl, right? I don't know, I don't remember what they were defending. It was something about, it was some shitty video game or something. Some little woke thing. I was like, oh, okay. You're base VTuber, sir. Oh my god, this guy still hits like a truck. But yeah. And again, I have people who take like offense to that stuff, and it's like, you guys can like whatever you want, but like, it's just, this shit's just not for me, you know? I'm an old man. When I watch a stream, I want to see someone with a 360 webcam eating a pizza with like the shittiest mic quality in the world, right? I want the real experience, okay? I don't want to watch a political stream. I don't want to watch someone LARPing. Like, I just want to see a guy. Like one of the few streamers I watch is just a guy who always streams shirtless and plays like a PS1 game. Okay, like to me, that's the enjoyable streaming experience. I'm old, all right. I'm ancient. DSP, no. I don't like locally things. Drive-through Mike supremacy, so true. I choose to follow the main trend of the week. Yeah, I mean, me too. I don't really like streamer game stuff. I don't know. I said this before. The reason I stream is because I like the chill experience of just like hanging out. One of the reasons I really liked Game Grumps as a wee lad, back before, you know, Aaron Hansen killed Ego Raptor in cold blood. It was just that it kind of felt like just hanging out with two guys on a couch playing games and stuff, and I kind of want that. And that's the experience I like about streaming, and that's the experience I like about watching streams. So that tends to be why I don't like a lot of like big streamer type things. I kind of like you're talking about this, the current trend going on, and also why I guess VTubers often don't vibe with me. John won on both games of life. Yeah, he has an attractive wife. You know, he's doing what he loves. He's funny. There's like an infinite amount of things I could talk about for John. John's a cool guy. I like John Tron. I don't really care for most of his videos now, though, to be honest. But that's fine, you know. Oh, I honestly thought that was a new movement thing, but I guess that was a battle command? Maybe not. When are you gonna make another Pokemon video? It's been years. I mean, I don't think I have anything to say about Pokemon anymore. That's kind of the problem with doing another Pokemon video. Like, none of my, like, I think Pokemon is still bad for all the same reasons I did in my last video, right? So if Pokemon got good again, I would love to make a video, which isn't happening. I don't know. I don't know. It's not off the table. I just don't think there's nothing that's happened that has made me want to make a video. Like, I never want to be one of those people who, like, just kind of release the same shit over and over, just keeps repeating it. I know that's kind of how you get popular on YouTube, just by doing the same thing over and over and not really expanding to different talking points, but... I hate when people say if you watch these types of YouTubers, you're a horrible person, all because of their views, and not because you watch them for funny videos in which you never have to hear their views. Yeah, no, I mean, I say this all the time. I watch things that I have a curiosity about, or I think make me think in a certain way, kind of get my own noggin jogging. I don't always agree with everyone I watch. Like, that's kind of one of the reasons I'm like, you know, with that whole last discussion when I was like, listen, if you like these things, that's fine. I don't give a shit. But like, it's not for me. Like, I'm making that clear, you know? Like, you're not always gonna agree with people, whether it's a political topic or like if you like the same video game, you know? But it's a very performative thing. That's usually just an attack, right? These people just don't want any success for their opposition, and they don't want to come out of their bubble to any extent. Dimitri, you had an argument with a male VTuber not long ago, right? One of those base Twitter ones. Not sure or whatnot now, but I remember it happening. Yeah, exactly. That's why I said there's sometimes worse. I don't tweet very much, I'll be honest. I can probably find it. But yeah, no, that definitely did happen. Here we go. I think, funny enough, I think this is one of the people, the guy was like, what about male VTubers like this guy? And this kind of happens a lot where it's just like, dude, can I please send this fucking image? It's like the base centrist type thing where they always like kind of wag their finger at the other side. And kind of counter signal basically everything that happens with, you know, right-wing stuff. I tend to believe people like this are more interested in like being on their high horse, and kind of like they like the fighting of back and forth. They don't actually want something to succeed within it. I don't know. I'm just recalling. I didn't even read this. I putting this on screen so you can see what the hell this guy was talking about. The Japanese diet was speaking against it. Yeah, the Japanese diet was talking about Assassin's Creed because you used to be able to destroy shrines in that game. And usually in Assassin's Creed games, there are specific places that you can't destroy and whatnot and cause environmental damage. You can't, or excuse me, you just can't do that in any other game before to like, you know, important places. And they did later patch the game to make it so you can't do that. But it was one of the reasons the diet was calling for, it to be gone. Is he wrong? I want to say yes, exactly, and that's the entire point of this conversation. I'm going to reread it now. It wasn't for retards who are giving this free promotion 24/7. I would literally never hear about it. They post more gameplay footage than actual shills. So this is a thing base centrists always do, where if you ever try to go against something, right? You ever try to make a big deal, you ever try to care about something and talk about it, they will go, you are cringe, why are you doing that? You know, you're just like the woke, you're just like the enemies, essentially. What I end up doing. And again, this is why I tend to believe that they just kind of want to, you know, they just want to finger rag, right? Why do you care? Why should you care? That kind of thing. But when you actually look at the things that happen in the world, when things actually get done, it's because people actually speak out and do something, right? I mean, I always talk about stuff within manga, right? When talking to, how I contacted the, how I turned my best friend into a girl for that manga, right? Me, a bunch of other people. When Seven Seas mistranslated, everyone started talking about it. Everyone got the company in the know about it, all that kind of stuff, right? And that's how things actually get done. That's just one example. Big franchise would vanish for tweet. Big franchise would vanish if not for the tweets. And yeah, that's another thing that's dumb. Assassin's Creed is one of the biggest franchises out there. It sells so much constantly. It gets free promotion just by being Assassin's Creed. It has people like Hassan being paid to talk about it. This thing was going to be everywhere. It's not because some fucking poster online is talking about it that people know about the new Assassin's Creed game. Like, it's not a small indie studio, right? But it's this complacency, right? These people don't actually want to change anything. They're fine with the status quo, but they just want to be, you know, on their little high horse, finger wagging at people, this and that. Joanne is overall a good and cute guy. See, well, you're playing your hand right there. You're just defending this person because you're a fucking gay. Well, ooh, he's a cute boy. He could do no wrong. I'm not gonna change my opinion on this because you think this guy is cute. I don't think that fucking matters. I say this all the time. I have no problem with anyone's sexuality, right? Obviously. I don't give a fuck, but constantly could come to my chat and make their sexuality my problem. I don't care that you think this guy is cute. I'm interacting with what he said. It's baffling. If people didn't talk about Mario Kart World, the game wouldn't be successful. Yeah. Oh, fanboy streamers can't live in peace. I'm sorry, if you act fucking retarded on the internet, I'm going to call you a fucking retard. I don't give a shit. If they're a cute boy. Vote with your wallet. Voting with your wallet's important, but you also need to, like, you know, you need to make us think about things. For a long time, people, whenever you'd like say you care about things, whatnot, you know, whenever I talk about localization, this and that, people will be like, Japan's safe, why do you care? Nothing's ever gonna happen to Japan. Like, what do you, like, why do you care so much? Why do you care, right? But look at Japanese games right now. So many things are going towards the global standard, and so much has been infected, and that's kind of what complacency does, right? It allows evil to fester and grow and all those things. When you look at the things that have actually changed and done something, it's because of people talking, people taking action. And so I have a particularly, like, I'm very against this type of mindset that we're talking about. Again, this complacency, this finger wagging of like, don't care, don't talk about things, just sit in your corner, don't do nothing, bro. Just nod your head disapprovingly. That's all you should do. And yeah, I get very heated about that, and I think you can see that right here, because I think that I have dealt with that so much throughout my life. And I talk about this all the time. In 8th grade, as a wee babby, as a wee little child, I wrote a fucking public speaking thing, because we had to do a public speaking topic. I wrote it about censorship on 4Kids, right? As a fucking 8th grader. Who the fuck cares in 8th grade about censorship of fucking anime? Me, apparently. So I've had to deal with this type of trying to wave off caring about this stuff, trying to say I'm cringe, this and that. I mean, I am cringe. I'm fine with being cringe. I get heated about it because I hate this shit. I get so mad. I get so angry, guys. I would have clapped. Dude, my teacher fucking loved me. I got aces for that. People didn't even like write their speech ahead of time. I had a PowerPoint. I had a PowerPoint. You see that that black dude who pretends to be a Japanese lesbian is back and defending retards again? Oh, dude, I remember that person. It's weird how often that happens, right? It's because these people put like you know, the as a trans black woman, I think, type thing at the highest value, so they have to LARP as if they're Japanese to give their opinions more weight on a topic, which is fucking stupid. But yeah, I did see it. Yeah. We get it, you peaked in middle school? Hey, most do, am I right? Blue Archive players, am I right? Do you think your teacher was a 4Kids watcher too? She definitely wasn't. I don't think she ever heard of an anime in her life. Didn't your teacher like you a little too much? No, this was in middle school. I slept with my high school English teacher. Happened after. But yeah. You never have to stand your ground on these topics. Giving any credit to someone because of stuff like they're cute is how nothing actually gets addressed. Yeah, I mean... Again, it's just like a non... Like, who gives a shit? I don't know. I'm not gonna baby someone because, It's not even that I think they're cute. I'd fucking destroy someone I think is cute, bro. I'd bend them over. Like, it's just a non-issue to the argument. I remember getting really animated by how bad 4Kids did One Piece in high school. It's funny because I don't give a shit about One Piece now in terms of I don't watch it, but like, I watch a lot of anime, like Sonic X, Kirby, TMNT, which is an anime. Like I watched a lot of 4Kids. And to me, I just took a great interest in the topic. Like obviously as a fucking 8-year-old or whatever, I wasn't as in the know and like understood things as well and like articulate. But even at that point, like I took a, I don't know, I've always been really driven by like, I don't want to word this, right? Like I really liked Sonic, so I thought, how dare they ruin like the people who created this? How dare they ruin that thing, right? Even as a child, I had like that mental thought process, and that's kind of like, you know, spiraled into what my life is now, I guess. You had the blueprint, right? Yeah, exactly. TMT 2003 is the best TMT show. I really like that show. Yeah, the same thing happened last stream where it's like someone was asking me about like some horse game, but it was actually like a quirky like trans thing because it's called like horse race test or something, which is short for HRT. And it's just like a vehicle for like trans stuff. And I got tricked into talking about it last stream. That's what I'm talking about. Like I don't give a shit what anyone's sexual identity is, what any of this fucking thing is. But it's always a specific group of people who come to my streams that kind of like force me into very awkward positions of topics that I just don't want to talk about or I don't feel comfortable with. It just gets awkward. And the past few streams, I've just gotten mad about it. I'm gonna be honest. Mostly because, like... Wait, when did I put QuickBooks in here? I fucked up. Mostly because I'm playing Birth by Sleep, I think. I think I'm just angry. I'm just naturally in a bad mood playing this fucking game. Best 4Kids intro? I mean, it's probably One Piece. Like, that's the most generic fucking answer I can give you, but it's just true. I hate the Sonic X one because of the gotta go fast thing, and the One Piece one is the only one I still quote to this day, so. Bad game and rants break content? Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I got a really good shirt. It didn't come in yet. I'm looking very forward to wearing it. But I've been getting into dadcore. It's the specific one. It says something like I'm amazing like my daughter or something. You know, I've hit a certain age. Here's what you did, Dimitri, when someone starts saying I don't want sex stuff, say, motherfucker, I have a gun. I can't say that on YouTube, I'll get in trouble. Bro's yearning to start a loving family, yeah. It's coming. Pokemon was the all-time best intro. Pokemon definitely had some good English intros.
Take that.
This is a really annoying stage. Wow. I'm unbeatable. I think. I'm gonna get sued if I play a F4Kids intro. I don't know. Is it? I think it's Advanced Battle is my favorite. Dude, this shit's so good. I really like the English Yu-Gi-Oh! GX theme. The Japanese GX theme is better, obviously, but it's good. It's got like the same energy. It's got the trumpets. It's got like the ska instruments. Yeah. I mean, I think I feel wrong saying anything but One Piece for my actual answer, but there are some good ones. Stream's gonna get muted. Yeah, that's why I stopped it pretty quickly. Worst case scenario is I just have to cut that segment out of the VOD. It's bad that I haven't actually watched Pokemon before Diamond Pearl and didn't even finish that. Probably not, no. I actually don't. I wanna one day take the fucking journey to watching all of Pokemon, but like I'm not crazy about it. The anime. I will say I think the early anime is probably the best, specifically because I don't know, when you get later in the anime, Ash is kind of like a generic, like, my friends are my power type of thing. I love Pokemon, but like, he's a little dick in early Pokemon. Like he's a little fucking brat early on, and that makes him more of a character. Like he has like actual flaws, and you know, I don't know. I think early Ash is way more enjoyable. But I watched some of the Gen 6 anime. I really like the fights in that. Everyone says the Gen 5 part of the anime is bad, which makes me sad because I fucking love Iris. Oh my god, do I love Iris, guys. It does make me sad that they didn't have like Hilda, but I guess she was too sexy. They were like, we can't put her in the anime. But like, holy fuck, dude. Some supreme bleach bait was happening in Gen 5. There's some people who say black and white is... There are people who say black and white is good nowadays. The hate goes to Journeys now. Okay. Honestly, I mean, there's a possibility that the hate towards black and white was kind of like the game, where it was completely unwarranted and wrong. I don't know how true that is. I'm just saying it's a possibility because, again, I lived through Gen 5, and I love Gen 5 at release, but Pokemon fans were like, where's my Charizard? I can't play this without my Charizard! And then the entire game got ruined for the rest of the series. Also, the person I'm talking about is in this chat room. Chat user twerks in the mode. Gen 5 is my favorite, then Gen 2, then Gen 3, I think. Honestly, I think Gen 3 might be my second favorite. I think Gen 2 might be going to the third slot. Maybe it's nostalgia. Again, we're talking about how fucking old I am. Ruby was my first game. And as time has gone on, I feel a certain kingship towards Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire. I think Gen 3 also has one of the most fun metagames in the series. So I don't know, I really like Gen 3. You know what's funny? I always think Skarmory is a Gen 3 Pokemon because I associate it so much with Gen 3, even though it's, you know, it's Gen 2. Because obviously you find it in Gen 3, it's in Pokemon Coliseum. It's one of the centralizing Pokemon of the meta for Gen 3. I guess same with T-Tar, but I'm an old person, I like Gen 1 2 the most. I respect that. As an annoying fucking child, I would have hated you. I would have said, grow up! You know? Fucking Gen 1er. But no, Gen 1 and Gen 2 are very good games. And there's a lot of reasons that like Pokemon took off. Yeah, now I'm the old man. Now it happened to me. We have another advanced OU, Clayson. Well, I like Gen 3 a lot. Ergo my comments, but one of my most contentious opinions in relation to Pokemon metagames is actually enjoying Gen 5. And maybe that's because the first time I played Pokemon, it's at that level at all. But I fucking love weather bullshit. I love that Gen 5 is just like, everything is absurd and broken. Less so now, I guess, because they banned gems a couple years ago. They banned Cloyster. I think they're trying to make Gen 5 more palatable in modern day. Yeah, dude, I mean, the Gen 5 battle system is just crazy good. I think that's one of the reasons I want to really get into PokeMMO PvP. Because, you know, it's built on the Gen 5 engine. It only has Pokemon up to Gen 5. But, because the game is balanced different, it offers a more different and more balanced metagame. Even though, again, I like Weather Wars. I like how stupid Gen 5 can be. I need to save, though. That's something I haven't been doing, and it's not a good idea. Your friends still don't like Gen 5? Well, you have bad friends. I tell you this all the time. You have a friend. Try to use Twitch tomorrow. You just talk to everyone, and that is a recipe for disaster. Are you gonna get Yeah, I'm gonna get Stellar Blade once it comes to PC. I'm looking forward to Stellar Blade. Yeah, sleep's bad in Gen 5. I believe it's banned, though. If you actually play Gen 5 now. Did you like Regulus's speech adaptation? It wasn't butchered like Echidna's, but still significantly shorter. I still haven't watched the current ReZero anime, or the last season, excuse me. I'll do it at some point. I've literally only been watching Dragon Ball. Because I watched Daima, and then I've been rewatching OG Dragon Ball. I'm currently at the 22nd World Tournament. I love Dragon Ball. I also don't trust people who say Arceus is Arceus. What is wrong with you? Do we have any Arceusers in chat? Get out! Right now. The Yamcha deserve better. I think the worst thing that happened to Yamcha is fucking Toriyama calling him a cheater. Like on Bulma. Bulma's a slut, dude. I mean, Vegeta fucking, you know, he put her in her place, right? He put the reins on her, but no, she is a slut. He was definitely not the problem in that relationship. I started watching Theater and accidentally started an episode in English. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I hate it when it was airing and people just kept gassing up the English dub because it is so bad. The voice for Fiona specifically does not fit her at all. She has a very soft-spoken, light voice. Like, it's not supposed to sound like she just smoked a pack of cigarettes and has like a ooh mommy voice, right? She is supposed to be sweet, soft-spoken. And the English VA just fucking butchers it so bad. I hate it. I hate English VAs. I hate them all. Every last one. The men, the women, children. Every single one. It makes me so mad. Because I really like the anime, and I think the voice cast in Japanese is like perfect. Perfect. American English VAs, yeah. I mean, I guess I should clarify. I feel like, honestly, you know, it's outdated at this point. But when I first experienced the Xenoblade Chronicles 1, I very much enjoyed the English performance. The French dub for Clair Obscur is also good. And, oh, fuck me, I forgot to switch my thing. And I say dub because that game was actually recorded in English first. Like, if you play Clair Obscur and you're familiar with Charlie Cox from Daredevil, you can see all of his little like facial performances in the role. That's why I was like, wait a minute, was this captured in English first? And then I looked it up and it's like, yeah. So that's actually why I'm playing it in English, because it was done in English first, which is interesting. I watched Fearin' in dub, but I accidentally watched the sub episode. Now I can't go back. That's so funny. Brother accidentally got exposed to good performance and was like, "Oh, what?" Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and the British accent were too much. Yeah, it's not. The voice direction is bad in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I would not play that game in English. Granted, I would suggest playing them both in Japanese, but again, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is still good. How the fuck did I put this move on? How did I do this, dude? Thoughts on new Danganronpa game that came out? I hope that studio goes under and never makes another game again. Apparently it was so expensive to make the company might go under. Good. I am a certified hater of those games. I think I showed it off before. It's not as bad as something as like AI Soma from that studio, where it's like they actually had like a bunch of LGBT pride parade type stuff in that game, but like this one had like a transition joke and stuff. Just like I think in the English version specifically they used egg language, which is just disgusting, dude. Like, this game does not deserve success. I saw the egg, yeah, the egg dialogue. See. It's just kind of unfortunate, because early Danganronpa itself, I don't think had anything, like, kind of like this bad. I never really liked it because I never liked the quirky like dialogue of it and whatnot. Just everything about it just never really appealed to me. But as the studio has produced more games, there's just been more in them that is just kind of gross. And I think because they are popular in America more so, If you didn't know, that's the case for this series. This studio, their games usually do better in America. They started pivoting more and more into like marketing and developing for that audience, and it shows, and not a good way. No, the English definitely adds more quirk, but again, just in general, I've never been a big fan of much about it. Same thing happened with Yakuza, yeah. Did you guys see they're re-releasing like Yakuza 0, but it's adding the Young Yi voice files? Sure, that's gonna make a lot of people want to double dip, right? That's what you want in your video games, right? Shitty YouTuber voice acting. Young Al. I want to feel bad for Kataka with him saying it'll be his last game with his bombs, but he's definitely not helping the case with the rain code in the new game. Yeah, exactly. Like, if it wasn't for what's been going on with the studio, I'd be like, yeah, I feel bad, even though they aren't for me, right? Like, but I mean, kind of, it's a classic case that we see with a lot of things. They decided to cater specifically to an audience that is overall kind of minuscule, I guess. And as a result, like, that's not going to bring in sales. Like, like I mean, the success they would have had before was probably more sustainable. But we see this a lot where they'll see, like, something get popular in America specifically, and it's like, well, I guess we gotta make everything for America, and they try to make it super in line with like a stereotype of that user's taste, but the problem is that a portion of that popularity came from that thing being uniquely the way it was before. So by taking that away, you are in fact losing people, you know? So that's kind of like the modern audience thing, but a more specific Japanese version of it, I guess. We're thing popular here, so we have to take the Japanese out of it, you know? Yeah, I don't have much hope in the new Dragon Quest game. They said they're moving away from turn-based too, right? One of the best things about Clair Obscur is just the fact that it shits on so many companies I fucking hate. It shits on Ubisoft or whatever, because, you know, they let all these people go. Because the company's so fucking bad, they left to make their own company.
Welcome back. What's your next project's gonna be?
Thank you, Festivia, for the 2. It's a Blue Archive video. It is a 6-hour dissertation that is not done and has been in production for a year. But thank you for the 2, and thank you for the interest. But anyway, back to Clair Obscur. Like, it's sitting on Square because, you know, they've been peddling this thing where turn-based games aren't popular and can't sell for a while. And then again, Ubisoft, it was their original main studio. They all left. Ubisoft fucking sucks. Honestly, really great game. I can't recommend it enough. How would a turn-based RPG be boring? I mean, you see that from, like, journalists and stuff a lot, too. It's because, I guess, it's, like, I don't know, slow, less cinematic in most cases. Granted, we're seeing more JRPGs make their games more cinematic while still being turn-based, which I do think is a good thing. I think it's really cool. One of the funniest thing I always see, though, any of these, like, JRPG turn-based haters will always be like, but Pokemon is good. Pokemon is an exception. And it's always very funny because Pokemon is the most basic fucking turn-based game there is. Brother, there is hardly animation in the turn-based thing of Pokemon. Like, if all these criticisms of turn-based were true, then Pokemon would be dog shit. It wouldn't fucking work because it again is the most literal version. Why are Atlas games considered an exception? Honestly, I don't know. Maybe someone else can put a pet theory forward. Atlas has a weird relationship where it's like, you know, people gas up Persona games and Shin Megami Tensei as like, you know, the highest art Japan has ever produced, but they will simultaneously attack the company for being sexist, homophobic, racist, I don't know. Whatever's going on that week, right? They seem to actively hate the people that make it. Because they watch the games on YouTube, so chat user twerks to the mode. That is fair. Did you guys see that the Atlas West, as in the Atlas Western account, posted a video of Persona 5, but in the Persona 5 video, you can see a YouTube thumbnail in the right corner, like, you know, when you watch YouTube videos, how that sometimes happen. Literally, not even Atlas themselves plays their fucking games on the Western branch. They all fucking watch YouTube videos. To be fair, story Pokemon is sleep, competitive Pokemon is crack shit. Yeah, I want to get more into competitive Pokemon. Specifically with Poke MMO though, just because it's a Pokemon game I actually like playing. But I have so much shit I need to do before I actually start team building. They play the games, they hit the play button on YouTube. Oh my god, so true. Can't believe I put Quick Blitz in my loadout. Dude, this goes on for so long. So I didn't explain this at the beginning of the stream, but to unlock the super bosses, you have to beat everything in the arena. And I guess that's kind of fair. Like, I don't think that's actually a bad thing. But you also have to play Monopoly.
He's my favorite.
When Petey's my favorite. I'm sorry, Tonlito. We've already murked Pete. Several times, in fact. I don't believe he'll be showing up again. But I appreciate the $5. But yeah, so that's why we're doing this, because you have to beat all the arena, which is fair. But one of the other stipulations is you have to play Monopoly for 5 hours, and then you have to do a stupid racing game for 3 hours, like a shitty Mario Kart clone. Which we did last stream, if you're curious about that, for whatever reason. Owned. Dude, how... I wish this showed rounds. Like, I know it does when you switch to rounds, but I wish I could see it mid-match, because I'm usually looking at chat. Was there an RPG that was most known for its gameplay? You mean like a JRPG? I don't know, was there? I feel like... For me, if I was to give a personal answer, I would say Tales of Graces F, because I don't dislike the story in that game, but like for me, I just think that game is fun as fuck to play. Yeah, I guess Paper Mario is also a good one, but dude, I'm not trying to. There we go. Okay. The problem with answering something like this is I still think in these equations, it's like because they're a JRPG, I still end up liking their story, right? Like it's part of that identity. I'm struggling to think of something that is just only the gameplay, right? Hey man, this fight is dog shit.
Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that!
Please do not put me in the cum cage. Do not put me in the cum cage. Persona P4, Persona 4R. I get Shin Megami Tensei mostly full of mid, but... I completely disagree with you. I feel like I misunderstood your statement because I disagree with it so heavily. I feel like Persona's core identity is like the social interaction of it. I guess maybe you could call that gameplay, the fucking social LARP of it, but I think that's what sets it apart, and that's what most people talk about. Like for Shin Megami Tensei, maybe that you could argue the gameplay, but definitely not Persona. Dude, I'm trying to shield. Oh, no. This guy sucks. No, dude, no! Stop! Holy fuck! I hate this guy, oh my god. Dude, I can't... Oh, I can't even lock on. Oh, is he gonna attack me while this thing's going? Oh my fuck, dude. This looks fun. You guys think I'm having fun? Alright, that was literally the camera fucking me up. I don't know why I didn't lock on. Oh. Shit! Please! Oh my god, I'm just doing this. Oh, thank God. Fuck that guy. I'm gonna make a Gen 1 remake in a VN engine with a Persona-esque character calendar systems where you have to become a champion within a year and looking for Pokemon, traveling, etc. takes time. I miss when Pokemon had spin-offs, dude. I miss when we had quirky, weird ideas like that. Okay, alright, so let's fix my fucking deck, first of all. I don't know how the hell I did this. Yeah, put that back. Never played the first Pokemon Ranger, I should. I was a mystery dungeon boy. I love me mystery dungeon. Still do. Dude, I saw a video recently. You know what I hate? And this goes back to the developer thing from like the beginning of the stream. That nothing was ever bad. Everything is actually a secret hidden gem. People were just mean. Every game ever was good because it had passion behind it. I saw a video recently that was like Mystery Dungeon, whatever the first 3DS one. They were like, actually, it's super good. People just underrate it. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is one of the worst games I ever played. It was Paper Mario Sticker Star level of disappointment, going from Explorers of Sky to that. Fuck that game. It is so goddamn... Gates to Infinity, yeah. It is so goddamn bad. It is so fucking bad. Also, Super Mystery Dungeon I don't like either. But Gates to Infinity is worse. I hate it. Everything was actually good, guys. Oh, what the hell? The Ice Titan, okay. No, things can be bad. Season 3 of Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo is actually bad. Is there a Sticker Star was actually good video out there? I'm gonna Google it right now. Sticker Star is actually good. Oh my god, it's by King fucking K, of course! Dude, this guy fucking sucks! This guy's a fucking idiot. Oh my god! Dude, he hates like SA2, right? Is that him? Am I remembering properly? Or am I thinking of another idiot? So my one interaction with King K ever was so guys, you know, I had a big rant about how I don't like YouTube or VTubers. That's just that, but to be clear, again, that's just I don't really care for them. Whatever, they're fine. Not my type of thing. But I got super defensive of when what's her name? She didn't want to play Hogwarts Legends, or she wanted to play Hogwarts Legends. Everyone called her transphobic and attacked her. Fuck, what was her name? She was green. Pick-a-me, right? I talked about that in videos, whatnot. Fucking King K. There were a bunch of these fucking YouTubers going like, well, maybe both sides, you know, I guess, you know, I mean, what are you gonna expect when you play a game like that, you know? It was kind of her fault, actually. She deserves to receive death threats and art of her being mutilated and all that. I might still have the folder. I want to pull it up. Alright, this is the video. This fucking idiot. I also think he talked shit on Yuji Naka. Oh, right. So in my last video, I was talking about how Sonic fans kind of just like make stuff up and lie, specifically because of stuff like the American branches of things say, and people don't actually look into it. And we could find out a whole bunch of stuff that has kind of been repeated and repeated by YouTubers actually isn't true. Like there was someone at Sega of America who said like they had invented, or they gave the idea to Sonic's shoes being red and that design thing. But if we actually look into the documents, before he even, like one of the very first drafts for Sonic, before Sega of America even saw Sonic, had those shoes. So that whole story was a lie. There was a bunch of stuff like that. And he said something about Yuji Naka in a Sonic Heroes video that was just objectively incorrect. It never actually happened. So that's one of the reasons I ran into him, otherwise, other than the pick-a-me thing. But yeah, he also, I think he did a video, oh, it wasn't SA2, I think he said he didn't like SA1. That made me mad. I don't like this guy, he sucks. But I want to see if I can find the pick-a-me thing real quick, because I probably have it. He was an asshole for that. Yeah, I hate him. Like I've even defended Silvervale during all that. Like I actively don't like Silvervale or whatever. Like it's not like the pick-a-me thing where it's just like, ah, that's not for me. But like, you know, they're fine as a person. Sure, the content's probably fine. What video did I have this in? Yo, shut up, Dimitri. Oh, wait, I think it was in the Bridget video I talked about it, actually. So I was talking about social media dog piles. Oh, there she is. Is it the only thing I could remember? I was like, she's green, the green VTuber. Oh, here it is. You're gonna have to excuse how poor the quality is on this. Dude, oh my god. Everyone in this image is just awful. I'm gonna take a bigger screenshot, actually. Yeah, excuse the quality. I'm literally just taking this from my Bridget video. So, it's very poor. But yeah, because I like to back up the things I say, if I can, on short notice. This is the King K tweet I was talking about. They were doing this thing of like, actually, this person wasn't harassed. What they did is goes beyond just playing a wizard game. Dude, just awful people in this image all around. Truly a great Dimitri Monroe screenshot. There was a fucking website. Again, there was a website listed for any streamer that played the wizard game. They literally had a website dedicated to listing everyone to make people go out and harass them, right? It was like a list. K stands for God. Oh man, dude. Okay. Hold on. Let me double back real quick. Is there any other videos that say Sticker Star is good other than this fucking idiot? Why Sticker Star isn't bad discussion video.
Paper Mario Sticker Star is the fourth game in the Paper Mario series. The first two being a traditional RPG, the third one being a platforming RPG, and the fourth one making. When it comes to the RPG about previous games, no.
I just want to see if he defends the battle system.
Upgrading your characters. Sometimes the items are something that I'm going to mention is the battle spin mechanic that was added into this game. So there's a lot of things I obviously just mentioned. So let's take it down one at a time. First off, the lack of XP and level. I get that it's kind of an integral thing for an RPG to have, you know, a leveling system.
Yeah, it's kind of needed, in fact, or every battle you get into ever has no point.
In the game, you feel like
you just run past
stronger,
everything.
Or if you're trying to speedrun the game, you can see the difficulty when you're trying to fight an enemy that's way stronger than you. And I will say that even without a level system, it is still very apparent that if you're trying to skip levels in this game, you will get your ass handed to you.
No, you won't. I watched chat user Twerkshot mode play this entire game, beginning to end. Not a single fight. Not a single fight that wasn't a forced boss encounter. That's just a lie. Everything about they should tell me I have to aim at shooters. I don't like watching videos on the stream, so I don't want to do a whole dissection of this. But man, I didn't know Sticker Star had shooters. I'll be honest. I did not know there was a defense force in the working. Do you think of Polygon being? What do you think of Polygon being Polygon? That's funny. Good. Does he say why no leveling is a good thing? Actually, I'll reopen it. I'll reopen it for you, man.
Coins, and the only real use for coins in this game is when you're trying to transform that the game provides, and instead was like, there's no levels, I'm not getting XP from doing fights, so it's a bad game. And I can kind of get it, especially because now the enemy fighting is kind of pointless. Sure, some enemies will give you like stickers and things like that, depending on the type of enemy you're fighting, but for the most part, all you're getting is coins, and the only real use for coins in this game, partners in previous games, especially in Thousand Year Door, had a lot of value when it came to the battle. With the introduction of Kirsty, I feel
like, from what I hear in this video, because what you just asked is like, does he actually defend it? Well, all he really says is, well, it's not that bad. I feel like that's going to be the thing. Like, guys, come on. It could be worse. You could literally be mutilated right now. Should we watch the video later? Maybe. Oh shit. Forgot to unmute my game. I've only been streaming for 2 hours. I'll be honest, I thought I was almost done. This game is draining. I want Kirsty to be lynched? Damn, true. That's a real post right there. I still can't believe how amazing 1000 Year Door was. 1000 Year Door comes close to a perfect game. Is Neo here? Because I wanted to say something that he said about the remake, and he could probably explain it better. I'm gonna assume no. So basically for the remake they made it. Okay, all right. He's been here. He's been in the shadows. I couldn't see him. You need to smile, or else I can't see you. You blend in. But basically, they made a pretty big deal for the remake that they were going to like get rid of backtracking. Because if you ever watched a YouTube video tasked with trying to take down 1000 Year Door, they just go, "Well, you have to backtrack in the JRPG for a chapter." So for me, I would say there are times when it is a bit annoying, but I don't think it is ever an actual problem, right? Like, to quickly defend it, I kind of enjoyed going through that. I enjoyed retracking those lands at different points. And I didn't play the remake, but Neo, what was the one spot that they actually fixed? And how did you describe it? That it was like clearly just like... they don't put a pipe for the Shadow Palace, which is 1,000 times worse than Twilight Town. Reddit tier change for Redditors. There you go. See, that's why I wanted you to say it. Because you played the game. A, you played the game. B, I wasn't going to be able to explain it as good as you. So it wasn't an actual thing that would probably be a problem if you're someone who actually plays this game a lot and would be frustrated by it. It wasn't the one place that actually needed it, but it was a place that didn't. A very simple thing, but because it was like, you know, a YouTuber complaint, a Redditor complaint, someone who's very casually experienced in the game is like, I have to backtrack? Brother, things should just be handed to me. It's a modern video game. They only, quotation marks, fixed Twilight Town, said Neo. I was going to play 1000 Year Door a ROM hack, but I saw they made Vivian trans. I think I saw which one that was. Oh boy, oh boy. I believe I downloaded it and restored the hack to its proper when I tried it out. Because editing GameCube files is super easy. It's one of the few systems I feel comfortable hacking games for. Yeah, but these people are... Again, it's like this classic thing of they treat something, they put something on a pedestal, but they seem to have a vitriol to the people that hate it. Or, excuse me, they seem to have a vitriol to the people who made it. Because, like, I remember when 1000 Year Door Remake first came out, all I did was I took, like, the original Japanese script from 1000 Year Door, I took the catch cards from Super Paper Mario that reference Vivian, and I just put accurate translation, and I was just like, oh yeah, so just in case you didn't know, fun fact here, guys. This character actually isn't trans, despite like every YouTuber in the world ever telling you this. To the point that I believed it as well for a long portion of time, and really kind of opened my eyes to how much people lie about things in YouTube videos. One of the reasons I don't really like watching YouTube videos. But anyway, I did that, and then like there was a bunch of like, I don't know, fresh 19-year-old Nintendo-tubers who were just like in my comments just like trying to come after me as like BH transphobic or whatever, and I'm like, literally all I'm doing is posting a screenshot from this fucking game that you apparently think is just like, you know, the greatest thing since sliced bread, like a gift from the gods, right? I literally did not make any comment, assertion about my opinions on thing other than like, oh, here you go. Look at this in the actual original Japanese versions, in case you were curious. In the Japanese version, for the remake, it is changed. I forget what they changed exactly, but I think they make Beldum less mean. There's a bunch of stuff they change about Vivian. I played the remake with a mod that restores the original script to the Japanese version. Good. That's the only way that would make it palatable, but like I'll be honest, I think that remake's bad in general. I really hate the new UI design for a lot of stuff. UI design in general has been one of those things that is just universally falling down in quality across the years. Even from some Nintendo games, not all of them. But there's no style to it anymore. Like, I always, when I talk about this specifically for 1,000 Year Door, the journal's a big one. So 1,000 Year Door remake journal. I wonder if I can just get a screenshot without having to take one myself. I'm gonna have to do it myself. So this is the catalog for this is the catalog for the remake, right? Oh no, dude, I tried to look up the original catalog, but it's all the fucking remake. Oh my god. Hold on. It's gonna take longer than I expected. 1,000 Year Door catalog. 11 months ago, 10 months. Fuck me, I hate remakes. This is one of the worst parts about remakes. When you go up to look up, it pretty much just rapes discussion of like the current thing. You know, people are always like, oh, you can go play the original. But discussion, going to look up anything else, everything becomes about the new game instead. It's so fucking annoying. Anyway, here's the catalog in the original. Like, I like the, you know, you have the open page on the right and kind of, I don't know how to describe this, sorry. But just like the texturing of it in it and everything, it has so much more personality, the background on it. Like this looks like that Koopa could have been like a drawing, right? Like it has a certain look to it with like the darkening of the pages and whatnot. It looks like an actual book, right? Like you were opening it up and looking through. But as opposed to the remake where it's just like, here's a generic UI menu. There's no fucking soul. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Simple, but I'm just gonna call you Simple. Thank you. That is what I was trying to explain. Like, it just, the worst thing about remakes is how they effectively replace the original in every single facet of culture. Exactly. Can you call it UI gentrification? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Modernization might just be the simplest way because it's like modern design, like that type of design style is called modern. So. Have you played the Oblivion Remaster? Or did you only see the blue version for it? I think the Oblivion Remaster is pretty cool. There are some aspects of it that are like, they clearly fucked up. Like some armors and whatnot don't look as nice. But one thing I really like about the Oblivion Remaster is I think that's how a remaster just should be done. It is literally Oblivion, the original, fucking taped to Unreal Engine 5. So all the mechanics, everything in the back end is handled on the original creation engine. So it's like very accurate to the original game, but it has been graphically enhanced with, you know, the Unreal Engine. Yeah, but it's not like Final Fantasy VII-R, so it's bad. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't completely rape the original game and change everything about it. Wow, it's an actual fucking remake. The original Oblivion is $15. Why wouldn't you just play that? I don't know. Maybe you want, like, the new graphical version. You want, like, the... You know... I like the way the remaster looks. I think it does a pretty good job. One thing I don't know is a contentious opinion, but like Oblivion, I don't really like its arts. I don't really like the intense bloom and whatnot, because like Tamriel wasn't actually supposed to look like that. Lord of the Rings just fucking came out, and Todd and everyone was like, "Oh, we need to make it like a, you know, general high fantasy that everyone expects now." The subdued color palette I think actually fits the region better, and I think people over exaggerate how subdued it is, because specifically on the time of day, that game can look really beautiful. You know, when the sun's coming in, certain areas have more blues and greens. Oh, absolutely download the Nexus mod. Yeah, I mean, one thing that was also nice about the remaster, or excuse me, one of the complicated topic. So probably the worst thing about the remaster is it did the type A and type B type shit, or type 1 and type 2 in this case. So as always happens, a mod was immediately uploaded to Nexus to like take it out. And as we all know, these big mod sites like GameNight and Nexus are, you know, completely politically compromised and only... and take down anything that can be viewed as a one slight political slant as opposed to something that could be skewed as leftist, right? Because they leave up the gay flags and all that type of stuff for mods. But here's the thing. They fucked with the Elder Scrolls people. Nexus Mods is literally nothing without Skyrim and these other Elder Scrolls people. So when they did that, the site fucking came down. Thank you for the 30 months. 2002 guy.
Dimitri.
Thank you. So the site went fucking down, right? There are people who paid $200 a month to Nexus who canceled their sub. So they immediately were like, "Oh, we've made a big mistake here," right? So from now on, Nexus policies are pretty much changed. I still don't think you should trust Nexus, but it is obviously a W. That these people feel like they can't even suppress those voices anymore. I suggest you use stuff like DEG mods, Steg mods. It's a pretty new website. I really like their system. And obviously there's base mods. Base mods has some other stupid stipulations, but it's been pretty good for certain things that you won't be able to host elsewhere. The thing with DEG/DEG is they don't actually host the mods. They do host the mods, but they have no control over them, right? Like the way they're uploaded to the server is they can't be taken down. They can hide it from the front page so people can't find it if for some reason they feel they need to do that. But if you upload a mod there, unless it's like illegal in some way, I don't think it can be taken down. And even then, I don't actually know if it can be taken down, but I imagine there's some precaution if something's illegal. But yeah, so obviously it's nice that all those are popping up. It's just kind of like another example of how much the pendulum has shifted, right? We're seeing all these alternatives show up, but even in these other places that have been completely compromised, they're getting so much pushback that they can't even continue to operate in the way they did. Another small example of that, so as you all know, Discord is a fucking awful app that does not function because it's run by pedophile furries. So, as I just said, it doesn't fucking function. So whenever you put a tweet in Discord, it doesn't embed properly, at least a lot of the time. And you have to do like weird tricks, like type in fix up the URL or FX or VX. And those existed for a while, but every time one would come out, there'd be something stupid that happened with it. Like the very first one, it would basically, I don't know, it had some type of backdoor shit, right? And then the next one, they would put like trans flags anytime you would use their service or whatever. And that just kept happening. And people got so fucking sick of it that literally everyone started making their own. There's like 20 of them now. You can use CunnyX now for any link from x.com and it just functions now. Like that's a service. What that does is it puts a little sobbing emoji on the side. So that's something that someone put out there. So again, that's kind of like that. People are just getting so sick of things that there's pushback no matter where you look, even in this niche little thing. There's one with the N-word apparently. I didn't know that. So I guess you could type the N-word X. That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, I've been wanting to do a video on like mod sites and stuff because everything about modding is... I said this before, if you interact with mod communities, you will quickly learn that they're all fucking divas. There's always so much drama. You just try... Hello, Hades. You just try to download a simple mod for any fucking game and you're like, great, I have to join this Discord. And you look at it and there is just the most... I don't know, high school melodrama I've ever seen in my life anywhere. Everyone is a fucking diva, dude. Oh. I'm like constantly shocked by it. I probably should be going for Hades first, honestly. Whoa! That... Here comes the heat. That sounded awful. Was he sick that day? That sounds nothing like KH2. What the fuck was that? Yeah, dude, that's another reason I really don't care about VTubers. Every time I look at one, there's just so much fucking drama in those communities. I think everyone just gets up their own ass because they're like, you know, they're playing a character. They're essentially LARPing usually. Also, yeah, is this not James Woods? These line reads are awful.
Take that! Come on! Take that! Take that! You can't escape! Take that! Take that!
Oh, can you not heard him when he's like that? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I don't know why I thought. It's being a silly little goose, excuse me. He's not trying to be good for me. Dude, what is with these line reads? There's no way this is Woods, right? That sounded fine. Oh, I'm just gonna walk over here. Oh, you know what I should have? Yo, Rockham, thank you for the membership, dude. On the Cool Kids Club. The Cinder drama just seems like the usual everyone sucks situation. I don't even... I feel like I've seen this name, but I feel like I don't want to ask. I did see whenever this Cinder drama happened, to be clear, I don't know what happened. But I saw some posts on Twitter. It was like some guy had like a shrine to this woman, and he was like devastated. Like, how could this happen? And that was really funny to me. I just no matter what it is, whether it's some political streamer, whether it's a VP or whatever, I don't understand what goes through people's head when they like try to idolize streamers in that way. I feel like you're setting yourself up for disappointment. I don't know, dude. To me, it's just like reminiscent of idol culture, and I guess it's kind of part of what I don't like about these kind of things as well. Just be normal. Be obsessed with like an anime girl, dude. Like an actual anime girl. Not someone putting a PNG in front of theirs. Be normal. Be happy. Have you heard of Ragnarok Online? I've heard of it. I couldn't tell you anything about it, but I definitely have heard of it. Would you like, you feel free to explain it about me. I love MMOs. So I would love to hear anything good about an MMO. Reject Oshis, embrace waifu, so true, dude. I once saw someone with a Rich Evans body pillow. That was funny. She did a bunch of mean girl shit, pretending to be friends with the people she was backstabbing. Oh, that's classic. Women, am I right, fellas? I say women, but I think that's just like an online person type of thing. That's one of the reasons I personally don't really like interacting with, like I don't want to be friends with YouTubers or streamers or any of that shit. Because in my experience, when I briefly did that when I was younger, it was just like a recipe for drama. Like either they create drama with you or you get sucked in the drama because they have drama, or it's high school. High school never ends, man. I've done that enough. I lived through high school. I don't want another one, you know? So I keep my distance. Okay, it's a 2D MMORPG. Just play normal lows. Wait, just play normal. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Just play normal's low rate, and you will be mostly. You are a server now. I want to play. Maybe. 2D is enticing. The actual thing I'm really looking forward to in terms of MMO. I've been saying this a lot recently. I love MMOs, but there's no MMO that actually appeals to me because it's fucking dead genre, and I don't like social simulators like Final Fantasy 14. I want like an actual proper MMO. But do you guys remember Blue Protocol? It was like a Bandai Namco game. But then it got raped by Bandai Namco and like Amazon. They tried to shove a bunch of stupid like modern audience stuff in it for like the English release. They like turned a bunch of characters like brown or whatever and censored a bunch of outfits. Just like typical stuff you would see because they partner with Amazon. At least I'm thinking that's this release. Anyway, but also just the game in general kind of sucked because Bandai Namco fucked it over. But a Chinese company bought it, and now they're making a game. I forget what it's called. Really struggling, but the TLDL of the story is like they basically retooled it, and like I kind of like everything I'm seeing from it. I hope it gets a global release. Because I really like the style of it. I really like the way the world looks. They have a bunch of cool little mechanics. Like I like the Star Resonance. Thank you, dude. You saved my ass. Like I was watching a stream of it, and if you're just hanging out with your girlfriend, you can just hold hands in games and run around together and do shit. You can take selfies in the middle of a boss encounter. I mean, it's like stuff that, you know, are kind of in modern games. It's like stuff that would like really lend itself to an MMO. I like the new classes they added. The dungeons look a lot better than what we saw from Blue Protocol. I fucking love China, bro. Bump my social credit up, please. China's really taking over gaming. I feel like it's not just China. I feel like it's Korea a lot too. And honestly, I'm seeing a lot of good French stuff come out. Like obviously Ubisoft is French and they fucking suck. But there's a lot of small French studios doing really well right now. It's funny because it's like Japan kind of like ditched the anime market to some extent, not fully, but like because they've been so focused on like, you know, global standarding things, and you now have a lot of censored Japanese games and stuff. The people who really love otaku culture from outside of Japan, again, like Korea, France, you really see those places picking up the slack and filling that hole in the market, which is a shame because again, I fucking love Japan, like more than just like games and stuff. I straight up love so much of Japanese culture, and I want Japan to succeed. I do to this day. But like, it's kind of like the lesson needs to be learned, I guess. Southeast Asia also likes otaku culture, but they don't really make stuff. A lot of the artists I talk to and stuff are from Southeast Asia. If there's one thing I've learned when dealing with artists, you either go to someone from Southeast Asia or you go to Neo Hajime. That's the only way I'm getting a commission on time. Any other artists I've like contacted for YouTube takes for fucking ever. It's so annoying. The sorty French developer. Oh, dude, that's another thing. When Claire first came out, everyone was like all over it for obvious reasons. We were doing the typical like, you know, American video game character versus like a French video game character, right? Like that type of meme you usually see with like Japanese studios and stuff. And they used, fuck, I'm struggling to remember her name right now, the 16-year-old. And people were like, this character is 16 and not sexualized by the game. Buddy, you have not played that game. The swimsuit unlock for the 16-year-old is crazy. Yeah, the redhead. I really like her. She's one of my favorite characters, and I feel awful that I'm not remembering her name at this point in time. It starts with an M. Like, obviously it's fictional characters, who gives a shit, made up ages, etc, etc, etc. But it's just funny that people are like, this video game isn't doing that, you know? Okay, Mael, I just said it in chat. Like, you see it all the time, right? Like, someone will like talk about Kill la Kill, or Monogatari is a big one. And they're like, actually, this is a criticism of sexualization, or the show doesn't sexualize these characters. And you're like, what? Did you watch this with your eyes closed, dude? It happens so much. Is it possible that you play Ragnarok online? Anything's possible, but I'm not promising you anything. Isn't AOC 16th France anyway? Oh yeah, I guess it is. But again, the characters aren't real, so I didn't even really consider that argument. It's like that in like most of America too, now that I think about it. But I do think usually stuff around this is like, these people don't actually care. I experienced this a lot with like Sonic characters, believe it or not. People will be like, how dare you feel that way about Amy or ship these characters because this one is 15 or whatever. And then you look at their page and they're making art of like Sonic X Tails. It's like, what? Most things people more grandstand about, especially when it comes to fiction that isn't real, is literally fabrication. It's literally just to shut someone up. I don't think I've ever once in my life experienced someone who had consistent morals in that argument. It's like 46 in Hedgehog is. How did the younger generation become so puritanical? I feel like a lot went into that. I blame millennials for that one. Alright, hopefully this won't be too annoying. No. Like, I hate Zoomers. But, like, you gotta feel bad for them in some ways.
Thinking about the Switch 2 and the new Xbox game prices, the gaming industry needs another video game crash. In order for big companies to learn, they need to be hurt bad financially.
That might be a spicy take in some circles, but it's certainly not here. That's like an Antarctic take. Oh my god, I've been praying for a crash for years, dude. Thank you for the 10 Rock'em Sock'em, by the way. But yeah, no, video games are bad. Like, again, lessons need to be learned, is what I always say. Like, these companies usually don't deserve success. Like, there's a reason we're at this point. And again, I know I'm harping on Claire a lot, but again, that's a recent game I really enjoyed. But it's like, you go to, like, I don't know, Assassin's Creed Shadows, like, credits. Its credits sequence is, like, 4 hours, I think. Something absurd, right? Because it has too much overhead. Too many fucking people worked on that game because they have departments that don't actually do anything and have fake email jobs, like, I don't know, like diversity consultant and whatnot. And just too many cooks in the kitchen on the actual real development part. Claire Obscure had like 30 people working on it. And it's a better received game, and a game I think is actually very good. Like, games used to be made by small teams with, like, you know, visions. And not just in, like, small scenes, right? Like, you know, back from big studios, the development used to be way smaller. It's unsustainable. Thank you for saying that. Can I ask a question, though? What is going on with the Full Metal Alchemist talk, right? I'm curious, is there a specific reason you brought it up? Because yesterday in PokeMMO, I had people talking about Full Metal Alchemist 2, and the same conversation started, because 2003 tards showed up, and they had to be put in their fucking place by the Brotherhood chads. And then today on Twitter, I had someone else talking about the same shit, Full Metal Alchemist again. Because they were showing their girlfriend Brotherhood. And someone's like, no man, you gotta start with the 2013 show. That's all fucking bullshit. It doesn't make any goddamn sense at times because they just made shit up. Should have showed it to me. I can do it later. Pretty sure I can find it. I started reading the manga to see what early Brotherhood missed, and it turns out the early is actually way more inaccurate. Yeah, see, that's the funny thing. People say that all the time, that it's like, oh, well, the beginning of 2003 is better because the beginning is better paced, and there is some argument to that. Some argument in some places, because they do kind of rush over some stuff in Brotherhood because you saw it with 2003 before. But in general, it's like kind of a lie in terms of accuracy. Like, everything about Brotherhood is more to the actual, you know, work, which is why it's so much better, because that's actual fucking story. Instead of, like, what happens at the end? World War II creates alchemy energy in the Full Metal Alchemist world, and we send it over when we bomb people, and then Edward gets sent to the real world in the movie? Like, that shit's so dumb. We still gotta watch that movie. Dude, it is so legitimately, 2003 is so bad. And I grew up with 2003. Right? Like, it's, like I grew up with 2003. I watched it first. Not as it was airing, though. I should say. That wasn't that bad. I got a little scared at the start. Does this count as a super boss? Brotherhood expects you to watch the 2000s show. There's a character you don't meet for like 25 episodes. It's been a long time since I watched Brotherhood. And again, I think there were concessions made for that because they kind of skip over things. But if I remember correctly, if it's character I do think they kind of like, hey Edward, remember that one time? If I remember so. Like I think they definitely, like it's definitely, you can watch that entire thing on your own. You don't need to watch 2003, but again, there were concessions, especially at the beginning of the story, that were made to speed up and get through stuff that was covered early on. Yeah, they do a flashback in Brotherhood, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, see? Yeah, I don't like 2003. I like the dub of Brotherhood, and I guess 2003 by extension. I still watch it sub, obviously, but, you know, I say it all the time, Vic Mignoy, Vic Mongolia, is genuinely one of the best English VAs there was, and that's why they had to destroy him! Like, I'm speaking completely serious. All controversy aside, I really think he's one of the best VAs that has ever VA'd. In English. It's like, what? Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. I kind of wish Brotherhood did make that concession a bit, you know, to try to speed along the early parts because everyone's seen it. That never ends up being good. Anytime anything does that, like, weird example, because Amazing Spider-Man just isn't good, period, like those movies. But, like, the fact that they like, basically speedrun Uncle Ben's death and kind of have, like, no weight to it, just because they're like, ah, you guys seen this before. It's like, well, now your thing's forever ruined by this. And other things, but, you know. I love Vic's covers for some of the One Piece songs. Yeah, that's one of the things that makes him such a good VA, that he can sing. English VAs usually can't sing. Which feels like a weird criticism, but I'm using it to exemplify why Japanese performers are usually just so much better, regardless if you speak Japanese or no Japanese. Because it's such a competitive industry and they go through like actual training and it's a very prestigious job. That they're just multi-talented, right? You know, everyone in that industry is like, again, because it's so competitive, they're usually very talented. But American VA for like Funimation and shit's like, hey, I know you. You want to voice a character? Like, Vic's one of the few people that I think is actually very talented and kind of meets those same standards. Yeah, singing requires inflection, tone, pitch, etc. in a VA. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a marker to their voice talent. That's why a lot of Japanese VAs do sing, and, you know, it's why a lot of anime has, like singing numbers as, like, an ending theme or something, right? It's because those people are naturally talented and able to do that. The problem with English anime VA is that there isn't much variety. Yeah, in the voice of characters in contrast to the Western animation. Well, it's because it's a lot of nepotism. I don't think that's inherently a flaw, but it's because these people don't have a lot of range, right? Like, if I watch an anime, there's a good chance I know a good portion of the VAs. the alert, right? So it's not that the Japanese VAs, they do have more variety, of course, but you still are hearing the same people, but they have more range and can do more with their voice. So like, say someone like Monica Rial, right? I actually think she does a perfectly fine voice for Bulma, but she's put on like so many other projects that her voice just doesn't fit because of the nepotism that you see with Funimation and whatnot, and they have such little to work with. Please die. I really hated her. I didn't watch this in English, but I saw clips. The college girl. What's her name? Was it Usagi? The one show that Twitter still got mad about and said it was pedophile, even though it was in college. And it's like, this is what you were asking for. Is that, yeah, Usagi. Okay, yeah. Her voice as that was awful. Awful. Genuinely, ear-bleedingly bad. Also don't like them as stalking. Again, they're just put on like any role that's available. I should read the Brotherhood manga though, going back to that. I've never read through it all. But I also want to reread Dragon Ball recently. The only things I've read recently, I've mostly been keeping catch up. Because the very last thing I read was the last chapter of Redo Ophelia. I was reading Theoden a lot on the plane. That's on hiatus right now. What else did I read? Oh, dude, so I said before that I was enjoying Ultimate Spider-Man, like the new Ultimate Spider-Man, because it's like, Peter has a family and everything, and I was enjoying that, but I'm kind of falling off of it with like every chapter. They keep making just random fucking characters like villains. I mean, I guess this is just what comics fucking do, excuse me, I don't read a lot of comics, but like, they revealed Gwen is like Mysterio in one of the last volumes or whatever they're called in comics. One of the last whatever. It's like, come on, dude. Like every other chapter, it's like every character someone's important. Like as important as in like a character that they shouldn't have the moniker of. Fucking Black Cat is trying to fuck Peter's son now too. She's after the big white cock. What's happening, man? What's going on in this anymore? I said this before, but obviously I hate race swaps, not a fan of it. But I really like Ultimate's Black Cat design. I wish it wasn't Black Cat. I fucking love afros. Black Cat is now Black Cougar. She's only 2 years older. She's 17. So I think they were like, "Whoa, we can't have her going after Peter." The modern reader's not gonna like that one. For Marvel Comics. However, if they made it gay, they would. Mary Jane's the new Venom. That's the main continuity. That's like the 626 comics. I'm not reading that fucking garbage. Ultimate's like a redo of the Ultimate Universe. They restarted it. Because the maker's been living in 626 or whatever, or 616, whatever. I don't know. But he was like, I'm gonna restart my universe. I just like race so I'm willing to look the other way if acting is good. Most of the time it's not though. My thing is, I don't know if this is like a blasphemous thing to say. When I'm like, oh, this character's gonna play that character, I want them to look like that character, right? Like Gal Gadot or whatever could not act for shit, but I like her as a casting for Wonder Woman because she looks the part, right? Like I want to see what I'm reading. If something's gonna get an adaptation, I want to see it come to life, right? I want to see what I've pictured on the page actually exists. To me, actually fitting the character is just is just as important as, like, you know, the actual actor giving a good performance personally, right? Kyle, no. Yeah. Yeah, I want them accurate, right? You know, for stuff like voice acting and shit, I don't give a shit, right? I mean, like, your voice has no bearing on the character. I'm just talking about in terms of, like, a live action situation. So for VA, I truly think it's like, if you're doing good voice work, you can play whatever. You know? Like, say, wasn't Samurai Jack black? Right? That's kind of a funny thing. Yeah, yeah. A good VA, let him have it. Oh, dude, speaking of that, so, they're not done raping the Avatar cartoon series, apparently, right? We're getting, like, a sequel series or whatever. And they're recasting all the VAs because I guess they weren't Asian enough. Which is funny because the new casting is, like, Aang's played by, I think, a Korean guy. Aang's not fucking Korean. Like... But anyway, the reason I bring this up is every time people talk about Avatar online, you have people on X.com and Blue Sky and all this who are like, if it was made today, Avatar would be considered woke. But every fucking time an Avatar thing comes out, they have to change things, right? They remove Sokka sexism. They are changing the voice actors. Every time an Avatar thing comes out, they have to remove parts of the old that made it good and the people liked because it couldn't exist today because it wasn't fucking quotation marks woke. It's so funny. It's so vindicating every fucking time it happens. Wait, Aang is voiced by Young Yi? Are you fucking with me? Are you ningetting me? One of my favorite things Etika used to say, and I can't repeat it because I'm on YouTube. Whenever he was shocked by something, he'd be like, "Are you ending me right now? Are you ending me right now?" That to me is the most iconic Etika thing. I never forget. I quote it all the time, but I can't quote it on stream. I think they're Doom casting. Oh, okay. Oh, speaking of Doom casting, have I ever talked about how much I hate Pedro Pascal? I'm tired of seeing this guy in everything. I love theoretical Reed Richards. So I'm very disappointed. Every part of that casting looks like shit. To be fair, with the new Fantastic Four movie, it looks so fucking bad. Though. I hate this guy. Has he been in anything good? Season 1 of Mando, perhaps. It's like seeing Tom Holland in like Infinite Things. Like, I have less of a problem with Tom Holland, but I'm tired of it. I don't want to see Tom Holland everywhere. I didn't know you had the N-word pass. I'm Italian. Zendaya, yeah, Zenyatta and everything too. I'm sick of her. But I know Pedro Pascal's the worst for me. At least in terms as males go. Zendaya might be the worst female for sure. Oh yeah, Zenyatta is Shrek's daughter. Oh my god. I'm tired of things, dude. I'm tired of sequels, bro. I'm tired of things being remade. Yeah, I'm gonna call. Give me 1 second, chat. I have to go to my mom's and feed her cat once I'm done here. And that period of Megan, yeah, dude, Megan Fox being cast and everything was the worst. That bitch can't act. Didn't we have it confirmed she was sleeping with people like Michael Bay or something? I don't know. People are saying she's the hottest chick. I don't think she's ugly, but I don't want to see her in every movie. Like, yeah, I was gonna like I don't think she's bad looking. She's not to my taste. I said this before. I don't like women that are usually considered sexy. Like usually I like cute girls. I like girls that kind of look weird sometimes too, which is a weird thing to say. But what's that one girl who kind of looks like Sloth from Ice Age because her eyes are kind of wide? She's blonde. I think she's very pretty. That's probably Emily Taylor. Yeah, I think she's very good looking, despite describing her as Sloth from Ice Age. That's not always a compliment though. Like the one girl who played Snow White also has a sloth face, and I don't like it. I find her very unattractive. Sid the sloth cover. Yeah, I don't like Rachel Zegler. Her eyes are also far apart. But I do think, as a general thing, I think, and I'm not trying to be like, I'm not saying this in like a specific progressive way, I guess. I don't know how to word this. I think with people, when they have imperfections, it can almost make them more attractive. I don't. Saying they look distinct or unique feels like an insult, like I'm lying, but I don't know how to. I don't know how to describe it. I'm really struggling here. Aquafina is very scary looking. I'm not saying the thing is ugly, so it's good, or that because I don't think when I describe these things that I think they're ugly. I genuinely find them attractive, you know? I don't know. I guess it's kind of a sum of its parts moments, because I'm describing two people who have wide eyes, and I think one's very pretty, and I think the other one's unattractive. Sometimes there are just a bunch of things that make a trait actually look very appealing, as opposed to not. Something can be greater than the sum of its parts, I guess. I don't know. In a progressive way, is that what this channel is about? Nah, I just mean because I don't want to come off as saying I think things looking I don't want to come off as saying something is good because it is different, or that because it's a trait that shouldn't be considered good, so that means it's actually beautiful, right? I'm not capping, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. It is. I'm very much struggling to describe the type of thought process I'm having with this. Yeah, some chicks, yeah, so sometimes you see a girl with a really big forehead and I think, wow, that is sexy. I want to come on that forehead. But I don't think a forehead is a universally always good. Someone just said big ears, you know? I don't know. Sometimes it just works with a person's face. You're like, wow, it's a really sexy forehead. That might have been a bad example. I always like foreheads. Is the bug-eyed girl from the Fallout show attractive? Oh, I really like bug eyes. I love big eyes. Fallout show actress. I don't know her name. Oh yeah, no, I haven't. Yeah, 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 yeah. I understand where you're coming from. I can see the off-putting. I love bugs. I think she's very cute. Last of Us Season 2. Are you talking about the girl who looks like she has Downs? It's like a... I saw a post that was... it was describing The Last of Us Season 2 as like the most woke thing they've ever seen. And she would... And they were like... It was just like comical. They were like... The actress is like a they, them, non-binary, playing a lesbian who has, I don't know, a bisexual girlfriend who also has a boyfriend who she had a kid with. Just the most polyamorous fucking sentence I've ever heard in my life. I was cracking up. I was like, what the fuck is going on with The Last of Us? We need to shut this down immediately. But no, she's scary. What's really funny to me is like the girl who plays Abby is like pretty. You made those words up. Like they for the actress to play Ellie or whatever, the main girl, they chose someone who like again looks nothing like the fucking character. That's what I was talking about earlier. I want to see the actual character. But the girl who plays Abby looks like Ellie, and she's pretty. Like, what the fuck was going on here, dude? It's also very funny because the whole thing with Abby is people are like, oh, you've never seen a real woman, Chud. But they couldn't find a real woman to play this character because women don't look like that. They go, yeah, everyone's saying in chat the same thing. I actually had a crush on Abby's actress when I was high school. That's cute, and I can understand why. Again, she looks good. Dude, you know... I feel bad for, like, my, like, high school crushes. Like, they did not... They hit the wall pretty hard. Fucking, when I was in high school, I was obsessed with Kat from Victorious. Also Sam from iCarly. Dan Schneider had like a hold on me, dude. He understood me. Their lives didn't turn out so great. Yeah, Ariana Grande, I don't know what the hell's happening with her. Sam, I think she had a rough life. I don't think anything actually bad happened, like, in terms of, like, you know what we're talking about with, this other girl. Oh good, I can still hurt him when he's doing this. Alright, that is Yeah, I really liked redheads. Again, my first crush was Ariel. I wouldn't say I dislike redheads, man. Yeah, Ariana Grande looks plastic now, yeah. Oh my god, hold on. Whoa, what? Oh, what the hell is happening? Dude, hello? Is this what I do to people? This is awful. I don't like this fight, man. Oh, dude, I got scared. I got scared. I hit the wrong button. I went up when I should have went down. I went up when I should have went down. Oh. Yeah, that was a choke. That was all me, bro. Alright, 8 rounds. Should've gotten Rhythm. Okay, dude, I'll be honest, you keep saying Rhythm Mixer. I thought you meant like an app for my fucking computer. Is Rhythm Mixer a shot lock or is it a move? You don't know what you do to people until you play BBS multiplayer. That's where the evil shit comes in. We'll get there. I want that to be the finale for this. I want to set up ad hoc on the original version. Makes Thunder Surge way better. Gotcha. Okay. I'll see if I have it. Forgot about Rhythm Mixer? I don't think I knew about Rhythm Mixer. I'm not a birth by sleeper. I'm not Twerkster the mode, alright? Like, this is gonna be my first experience 100%ing this game, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm fighting the serious figure. I'm doing everything. Oh, for multiplayer for this game? No, I remembered. I think it might actually be fun. Maybe. I feel like even when you're playing a bad game, if you just put more people, I think you can usually have a decent time. Days multiplayer wasn't great, but it was better than Days proper. Oh, hey guys, you want to hear a funny story? It's about several chat users in this. So I found a picture. It was like a poster for sale, and it was like one of those holographic things that switched the image up. So the first one's of Spyro, then it's of Crash, then it's of fucking Zavok. Zavok from Sonic Lost World. So I send this picture, and then Twerkster the Mode, chat user, for some reason says, "Oh, that's me, you, and Neo." Fucking what? And I'm like, "Oh, who's who?" And then she goes, "Well, you're Spyro, because I like Spyro." And she goes, "I Crash." And then she doesn't finish the statement. And then and then Neo's like, "What the fuck?" Because she implied he's Zavok. And from then on, we have referred to chat user Neo the Hajime as Zavok. And I have never, in all my year of knowing these people, thought, wow, Twerkster the Mode really hates this guy. Until that moment. I was like, man, she ruined your life, huh? Yeah, that's right. I know you said that Twerk hates you, but I didn't believe it until now. Oh, man. I got my suspicions before because obviously Birth by Sleep is her game or whatever. And this whole like, this is your game nonsense. I kind of like made a stipulation unsaid that it has to be a bad game, right? It's like the Joker. So I was perfectly fine accepting like Dream Drop Distance is my game because I actually like playing that one despite, you know, being shit. But for some reason, I don't remember the conversation, but Twerkster the Mode was like, your game is Kingdom Hearts 2, and I don't play Kingdom Hearts 2 as much, or at least I didn't used to play Kingdom Hearts 2 as much as Neo. I guess I got inspired by this, because I do randomizer runs of KH2 a lot. So I just, like, baffled was like, okay, I guess Kingdom Hearts 2 is my game now. Fuck you, Neo Hashime. And he was upset about that one. Yeah, like Neo the Hajime has done like level 1 runs of that game, which I still refuse to do. Twerk really does hate Neo. She does, yeah. Like these, again, the Zavik thing was like the nail in the coffin. I'm like, wow. Like I don't think you could say that to someone you like. Sterling, have you done a level 1 run of Kingdom Hearts 2? Level 1 of KH2 isn't that scary, just know once more in second chance. That is scary. I do level 1 runs of randomizer, but that means I end up getting those abilities sometimes.
Take that. Take that. Take that. Take that.
Like I usually feel better equipped because of the way randomizer works. I don't know. I'll do it at some point maybe. Maybe like a stream thing. I feel like if I'm suffering through like I'm suffering through a KH game, like even if level 1 is awful experience, at least it's an awful experience in a good game. I think named Kamiyat though also have done a level 1 run of 3 too. What is wrong with you? That's actually mentally ill. Level 1 run of KH3. Well, honestly, level 1 run of KH3 until the data fights is probably like completely doable. Actually, I feel like I appreciate Sherlock targeting all the enemies out of range. It's a Birth by Sleep special. Actually, I take it back. I feel like a level 1 run of KH3 would actually not be that hard. KH3 crit is so bullshit at times. Like for KH2 crit, I feel like I actually survive a lot. I feel like it wouldn't be any. So basically, what I'm saying is, I feel like because of the way the bullshit is in 3, I feel like it wouldn't be any different from a normal crit run. To me, the worst part of KH3 critical is the fucking snow sled section, where you're running from the Heartless that are shooting the lasers in the back in Frozen. That shit's awful. Like that would be exactly the same no matter what. So, yeah. That's the worst level. Level 1 KH3. Yeah. That's just the worst on everything. I fucking hate that stage. Alright, round 5. Alright, I have to remember if I do this and just go up.
Take that. Take that.
Take that!
Take that. Take that.
Even the KH3 slap enjoyers hate Arendelle in 3. That's how you know it's bad. Dude, KH3 glaze like blows my mind. I get so happy whenever I see a KH3 hate video in my feed. I haven't watched any of them but Jeff's. Not Jeff. Jeb's, excuse me. From Jeff 2. But I'm just happy to know they're out there, you know? Like, because I remember especially when KH3 was young, there was so much just like stroking it. And I do not have good opinions about that game as we discussed. It really just felt like gaslighting. Oh, speaking of, you know what made me really fucking happy? Another video I watched was Best Guys Ever, like KH 102 class or whatever, where he's just shitting on literally everything that comes after 2. Dude, I felt so represented in the media. It's just like, be for real. There's some questionable things he says in there that I think are wrong, but generally a very fun video. Very cathartic. But yeah, it was so nice because it's always like really big YouTubers who have the KH3 plays videos. A lot of the time I think it might come from the fact that like as like a slop producer, as you will, you know, you're just uploading constantly. Things go in one ear out the other. But it's like when you're a fan of the series, you have to think on this shit. Experience this shit over and over. It's not great. I don't know. But then again, there are people who are like seriously in deep in Kingdom Hearts and really like what's going on somehow, some way. Is it as fun as this KH 101 video? I think so. I really liked it. Honestly, I liked what I saw of it. I haven't finished it because the problem was, I couldn't watch it most of the time I was away because the person is in the process of playing through Kingdom Hearts right now. So I couldn't do a whole video that's, you know, based on spoiling the series and talking about it. But I think I'm like 2/3 of the way through. Maybe go back. I kind of forgot. Recommended an hour-long passionate defense of KH3 video. That sounds fucking what's the word I use? Weepy. Sounds annoying. What's your favorite genre of video, guys? And I use that sarcastically. Because one of the things that pisses me off anytime I see dude, I'm looking for a word right now. The silent melancholy of Super Mario 64, right? The eerie wonderness of Super Smash Bros. Melee. The unbridled... That's where to go with unbridled. Unbridled tragedy of, like, yeah. How blank blank broke me. How children's TV show broke me. Guys, aren't own video games so creepy? There's like 13 polygons. Isn't that scary, bro? The eerie somberness of Super Mario Sunshine. The fat bouncing titties of Galco. Oh, dude, yes, they put that in the game. Oh, man. Guys, this is a children's game. How did they get away with doing this? It's so fucked up. Oh my god, dude. Oh my fucking god. Oh, dude, I just remembered something I wanted to forget. So, I don't know who originally posted this video. It might have been chat user Snack. I know it's someone. It's someone who's in the Discord server. But I didn't initially watch this video when they posted it. It was some video complaining about the way Mario's movement has changed throughout games or whatever. I recall them talking about, I think Bargs was talking about it. Anyway, people in the Discord talking about it. But then later on, again, this is another Neo story. Neo the Hajime brought it up to me. And I was like, what the fuck? Like what are they talking about, right? Because I knew it was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna be some fucking sun. I got stun locked. I was mashing. Anyway. Yeah, that was bullshit. Thank you for noticing. Anyway. So I click on the fucking video and I just kind of watched the beginning of it. And first of all, this guy's voice was so fucking annoying. Like my ears was bleeding, bro. I was in pain. I was sitting through physical torture to watch this video to have a conversation about Neo the Hajime. So, but like as I'm going through, of course he's just, you know, he's deep throating the fucking long hog schlong of Mario 64 as people do. Which Mario 64 is a good game. Don't get me wrong. Very good game. But then he gets the sunshine and the hate begins. And he starts talking, he's like, there's something fucking wrong with you if you think Sunshine's a great game. People say that, they're wrong. But then throughout every criticism he had, he was like, Nintendo hates gay people because they changed this, obviously just because they're gay. They're like, they hate me specifically. Every other fucking sentence out of this guy was Nintendo is homophobic. That was the joke. That was the joke. Nintendo is homophobic, guys. Every fucking second. Unbelievable. I had to pause the video and I was like, you know what? I'm not doing it. I don't want to be mad anymore. I'm done. Yeah, thank you for making Sunshine look cooler, brother. Oh, man. Yeah, gay trans mole drifter. Yeah, that's the video. Like, where's the... Oh, sorry. Okay, hold on. I don't... What do you want me to do? What is this dance? I don't think I have it. I don't think I did whatever I had to do to get it. It's gotta be on here somewhere, right? Is it one of these? Should I go back to here? Magic Pulse 1. It's not, no, it's not bait or fake. It's just, you know, for a lot of these people, their entire personality comes down to, you know, what they put in their butthole. You know? So that's the joke. That's the joke. They're gay. You get it? Isn't that funny? Like, it's a fact that it wasn't even like a one-time thing. It was like every criticism was just like, and Nintendo's homophobic. I'm like, what? This isn't funny. I gotta do the puzzle quest? What's the puzzle quest? You get all the stickers and route it to 140, and you get... You want me to collect it? I'm not doing that. You want me to collect the stickers? Brother, you're crazy. You're insane. I'm not doing that. Dude. I'm more of attritioning this. All right, Twerks for the Mode did this in the cave with nothing but scan and thunder surge. Okay, it can be done. We can make it to the end. All right, there's nothing we can't do. What I miss? You miss these guys trying to make me play with stickers. The stickers are scattered throughout the world. You just have to collect them. Oh man, this fight's annoying, dude. There's a video whose analysis of a video game is really good, but they put so many gay jokes in the videos, they just get obnoxious with the headcanons. Yeah, I can't deal with that. To me, there's so much good quotation mark content out there that I just don't put up with it. Like, I'm not. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand someone's humor, some parts of themselves are always gonna be put into a video. But if I feel like they're prioritizing, like being hee I'm gay, or hee whatever, really. It doesn't just have to be that, it just oftentimes is. I'm not gonna bother, like... But anyway, I feel bad for me. I love Super Mario Sunshine. It's one of my favorite games ever. That and Kingdom Hearts 2 are like the two games I just like, well, I'm gonna play that one again. The most out of anything. And Sonic Adventure 1. But I said this before the last time I clicked on a Super Mario Sunshine video, other than this time that I just referenced. I thought it was alright, it was just like a retrospective thing. But at some point, he randomly starts talking about like how Super Mario Sunshine is actually a allegory for how tourism is bad and colonialism is bad, capitalism. Yeah, no, that was a point. I'm like, what? Okay, so I put this on while I was in the shower, right? I got out, I made my floor all wet and drippy. Because I was like, I'd turn this shit off immediately. I can't do this. I can't sit through it. It's gonna ruin my entire day. Also, yeah, the tourist saves the island. Yeah, good point. I was just like, what? I don't know. People's brains have just been broken by how like political-fied things have like. How should I explain this? When you see like really annoying political takes online, you go to a bio and it's like 14 they them polyamorous dog or whatever. It's like a 13-year-old should not know those words, right? Like, to me it is insane that people like this like care or know anything about politics or get involved. Like, these people essentially get groomed into being little foot soldiers for these movements, and that's how you end up with culture that is so obsessed around it now, right? Probably barely understands what those words mean. Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, that's why you see a lot of those people who like jump from like very extreme political stances because their brain is not formed. They're just kind of going with whatever the flow they're pushed into. Kids, so I genuinely believe kids shouldn't be on the internet. I'm really glad Hoyoverse is having like an age limit now. You have to like verify you're over the age of 13, I think, to play Genshin Impact now. I think that's good. Like, more of that, actually. Both that number up. Oh, man. But yeah, people just get put into this thing where it's like they feel like I feel like a lot of people think they have to be like politically conscious like that, but I don't think I don't think the average person wants that. You know? Like the people who are removed from, you know, constantly being on social media, like your average person. It is actually shocking. Like, you know, social media, Twitter and X, they all seem like these really big platforms. But statistically, there's like a lot more people who just like don't use these things at all. And I don't know. I mean, we're seeing a lot more pushback, I would say, against the like everything is political type crowd, right? Obviously, I think the world is in some ways healing. A lot of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul videos have the fucking need to get political. I just want to hear about Mike. I'm sorry, buddy. Everyone in chat here is basically part of a 1%. Yeah, we're the minority. Where's my reparations? Mario Sunshine is a Jesus out the court. Mario Sunshine is a based white savior story. The Chad Italian man. Saving the natives. Oh my god.
Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that!
I was a victim of seeing a tweet where Sonic was always inherently political. Yeah, guys, environment! Environmental messaging! These people are so insufferable. I remember watching like so I don't really know what to call them. It was like a nanogenics video. I was gonna make a point of like it's something you wouldn't expect me to watch because it's like very, I guess, normie tube content. But he was talking about video games and like stuff he likes to play with his son and whatnot. And he was talking about how his experience with video games is basically just like, you know, he comes, you know, he finishes his job, finishes his work, whatever. He just wants to unwind and kind of forget about the world and kind of move away. And it's like, that's what the average person sees entertainment as. But these people are so fucking miserable that they want people to always be miserable like them. That's where this political thing comes from, where everything is political. You need to constantly be thinking about the world and how things reflect this and that and politically conscious and get woke, bro. But it's just amusing to me because someone like Nanogenics is obviously closer to like, you know, he's still like a YouTuber. His job is making YouTube videos, but I think in terms of his life experience, he's closer to like, you know, someone you averagely would see on the street, right? They don't have a job that need to unwind and entertain. Yeah, no, that's another part of it, right? A lot of the people who like get so into this stuff don't have like any actual problems. That's why you always see it's like people with like a silver spoon in their mouth, right? Never had to work a day in their life, never had to go through hardship. PewDiePie had this really good quote. He was saying that political activists, or at least like Twitter, the social media activists to be more specifically, like he was saying that moral grandstanding is just usually a replacement for people who have not accomplished anything in life, right? So essentially the way I took this is, because it kind of, you know, goes with my own views on things, is like the main reason they want to end up taking people down is because it's like they see someone as PewDiePie as successful and whatnot, and it's like a jealousy. So in order to feel superior, it's like they go to the moral and they try to destroy what this person has. And try to make themselves look better because like I'm the more moral person. Look at my crown. That kind of thing. Dude, let me go. Just got a job recently. Good luck. I hope you enjoy it as much as you can enjoy a job. What's really funny to me about, or what's really funny to me about workforce, so like I've worked a lot of jobs, being an aide, you know, convenience store, insurance, teaching. I get around. I'm like reclassing in Final Fantasy. You know? I'm trying everything out. But to me, I always wanted like a very cushy job when I was younger, right? I remember when I got into insurance and just doing an office job. I was super excited about it. I was like, oh yeah, dude, it's gonna be easy, cushy, never have to think about anything again. But I was just so fucking bored at my desk. I hated it. Dude, to me it was so fucking miserable. Like I enjoyed like the kind of jobs I think a lot of people think are shit. Like, you know, working in a convenience store, being a cashier, that kind of stuff. Because I liked actually being able to walk around, talk to people. I mean, teaching's like that too. Obviously, because it's more interactive, you have to interact with people. And to me, that like broke my brain because I was like, wait, I don't want to. Like when I figured out I didn't want to work at the office, I was like, wait, what have I been doing? Like, because everything I was doing was trying to get just like a basic cushy office job. But you know, I found out. I mean, it kind of relates to streaming too. You know, I like just hanging out and talking to people. Obviously, I would never compare streaming to like an actual job, right? Totally different. But you know, still same principle, the kind of thing I like things where I'm interacting and talking with people and not just standing still all the time. I don't think I could work a fake email job. I think I would hate it. Any advice on how to search for a job? I'm old. I don't know if I have advice anymore. I don't know if that's fucking relevant. Well, to be fair, I think the main advice I can give is kind of annoying, but it's just the truth. The main thing that's ever gonna get you a job is just knowing someone. Like, that's just how the world is. It's all nepotism, top to bottom. You just need an in any place. You do need a firm handshake. Like, that's just not advice. That's like, get good. That's like the get good advice of the working world. Like, I desire a fake tech job where I make 6 figures and get home 11. Yeah, I mean, a lot of tech jobs are work from home now. I feel like that I could definitely fit into. So, again, I hate at the office, but like if I was just doing that kind of stuff on a computer all day, I think I have a way better time. I remember, dude, like I wasted so much time. Like I'd like work out in the stairwell at points just because I've been like I just hated sitting still. I hated not doing anything. Like, yeah, that was kind of the worst job I ever had. I liked being an aide. Being an aide was fun. That's like the first school-related job I had. The talented Mr. Monroe. That's me. A lot of people are saying that. I think this is gonna be the last one. Hopefully we beat it. Can you fucking talk? Oh my god. Can you talk at anyone that's close to me, please? Oh my god. No. I appreciate you coming on my face like that. Never mind. Find jobs I have to take what I can get. Yeah, I mean, that's how it is. I mean, again, I'm weird, though. I like very, like, simple jobs. I worked at GameStop. That was awful. I know I was saying I was fine with retail, but that was actually the worst retail job I ever had. GameStop's the fucking worst. You stop the games? I'm still trying to stop the games to the day, man. Took my mission statement serious. Dude, it feels like humiliating working at GameStop, having to like try to force pre-orders on people. I don't know if it's still like that, I'm guessing it is. But they like really grow into you that like you have to like harass people essentially. Like maybe harassment's selling it too high, but like they're like you have to like try to push everything. So bad. God. Alright, I'm gonna try to optimize this.
Take that! Take that! Take that!
Oh, dude, I thought I could just... I thought I could tank through that, not gonna lie. I made a huge mistake. I made a huge mistake. I can't lock on like this!
Heal! Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that!
Yes, dude! Oh my god, I was like, can I beat him before he puts out the clones? Oh, dude. I'm so good at the game. I'm actually a god. Alright. Oh my god, we're almost at 4 hours. Fuck me. To be honest, just enjoying talking. I'm gonna be honest. Kind of lost track of time. Okay, but let's see. Where are we at in terms of, Oh, dude, so, in case you didn't know, we actually need 9,999 medals. Like, we don't need to just beat all these arena missions, which is perfectly fine. I think this is bullshit, because everything in Birth by Sleep has to be as tedious as possible. Alright? You can't just do things. You can't just be rewarded and move on. With every mission, they ask ourselves, how do we extend the game time? How do we make this take as long as possible? So, I would love to say, oh, we're halfway through the arena now. No, we're definitely not. So I'll see you guys next week on this, maybe. So big news, everyone. For the game night this week, it will be Sonic Robokart. If you don't know, you become a member, become a patron, you can play games with us every month. And this time it is Sonic Robokart. It's an extra special one. A lot of things have been done to the server. There's a lot of changes, a lot of advancements in technology. It's gonna be a big one, gonna be a special one. So keep that in mind. That is in 2 days, I believe. Yeah, Friday, Saturday. So look forward to that. If you are a member, if you are a patron, you want to come. Could have worded that better. I'm working on the video, obviously. It's, you know, it's still pretty long. I don't really know what to say about it. I don't want to talk about it too much because, you know, I don't want to put expectations to the roof, but just know it is very long. That's why it's taking so long. And I'm very proud of what's been done so far, but it is a huge project and I really can't wait to be through it. I can't wait to see it to the end. I can't wait for it to actually be seen. So that's being worked on. Otherwise, I don't think there's anything else to go over. I don't have a monitor right now on the side. Hopefully that'll be here by next stream. But yeah, next week should be more Kingdom Hearts. Unless the extreme raid drops for SAO. But yeah, I think that's it. I hope you had a good time. I had fun yapping and yelling and getting mad at things, I guess. Whether it was chat or the game. So, yeah. Good to be back, at least in this department. Goodbye. See you next time, etc.